各位好，欢迎来到赛前采访。我们先请到的是 IG 的中路选手 Rookie， 先跟大家打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是IG中男选手 Rookie。
这场是和 FunPlus 的2番战嘛，上次的比赛应该还历历在目，所以这一次的话会特别注意对手的哪些部分呢？
我们上一轮输给 FunPlus 了，然后今天的话，可能我们整体队友都很想拿下这一分吧。
那现在的话 ，IG 的第2轮赛程也即将过半了嘛？你觉得现在队伍整体的状态来讲，算是达到比较理想的水平了吗？
其实我们目前的也可以算是比较顺利嘛，但是现在剩下的比赛还是蛮多的，然后我们也没有达到我们想要的一些状态嘛，因为我们经常就是前期劣势，然后中期通过打团打回来，这种就比较多。但是我们想要的是前期从头到尾一直优势到结束，所以今天就是剩下的比赛，我们通过这种感觉，然后好好对待一下这场比赛吧。
好的，我们期待一下今天这场 BO3。同样，我们请到的是 FunPlus 的中单选手 Care， 跟大家打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是 FunPlus 的中单 Care。
最近队伍处在连败当中嘛，相信大家肯定也是在很努力的去寻求解决方法。这其中大家的重心是什么呢？
就是我们现在主要的还是一些团前的那些配合吧，因为有的时候就是可能沟通好了，但是做的时候就做得不好。
今天也会在中路再次的遇上 Rookie 嘛，他是非常善于去打线优，然后辐射全图的，在这一点上打算去如何加以限制呢？
我觉得 Rookie 选手是一个对线特别强的选手吧，就是我本身自己对线也需要打好吧，然后就是多来遥控野辅来帮我中路做视野，然后我们一起起节奏吧。
好的，我们来期待一下今天这场 BO3。
观看2025英雄联盟职业联赛第3赛段，您可以通过英雄联盟客户端找上英雄联盟及英雄联盟赛事官网 LPL.QQ.com、虎牙直播、斗鱼直播、哔哩哔哩直播、咪咕视频、腾讯视频、腾讯体育、新浪微博、微信视频号进行收看。电视机前的召唤师可以通过百视通平台收看全程赛事。嘿，来认识一下这位新队友，全新沉淀 CLA， 李宁英雄联盟泳池派对2025新品现已上市，上京东搜赛事预测，使用 AI 预测，祝你赢1000元耳机。我在场就是主场，莫兹利安为 LPL 奶一口。全新 OPPO Find X8 系列夜景人像神器，夜拍超清晰，人像 MVP。TCL 全屋智慧家电，峡谷英雄敢为不凡。2025 LPL 官方指定家电产品，更受电竞用户喜欢的能量饮料，有能量当然战马。傲风电竞椅连续5年中国电竞椅销量第1，开一局吗？开就开，保护有度度，尽情开一局。感谢全场保护的杜蕾斯。酷睿 Ultra 200HX AI 高进游戏本，游戏本的6边形战士。
Morning, one and all. And welcome to another day of LPL. Yesterday Sam was covering things
英雄联盟职业联赛第
while he
3
was
赛
on the
段。
road.
让我们有请双方战队登场。
I'm back in charge now. I got my space and time to keep streaming again. Let's welcome these teams onto the Rift. IG versus the FPX. Now, you might think this is a one-sided matchup, and on paper, I agree. However, the last time these two teams faced, FPX got a shock 2-0 upset against one of our top teams in the league, Invictus Gaming. IG currently sat at 7-3 with a win here. They pushed themselves, you know, a little bit further forwards. I think this is their, chance to try and keep pace with the top of the pack. Top Esports and BLG locking top 4 already with their recent games.
打野威，中单 Rookie， 下路 Gala， 辅助 Mako。 欢迎 FunPlus Phoenix， 上单 Sheer， 打野 IYY， 中单 Care， 下路佳琪，辅助俊伟。 LPL 第3赛段常规赛组内赛第6周第5日的首场比赛将会由 IG 对阵 FunPlus， 比赛即将开始 ，LPL 无畏进巅峰。
I have coffee, I have League of Legends, I'm ready to start my day. Welcome everyone once again. Is Sam here today? No, Sam is not here today. Sam is still back in the UK, and honestly he's been doing so much NLC, he shouldn't really be overloading himself with this anyway. Why is that not working? You know, there we go. Nice, cool. How's it going? Oh, I forgot to think. By the way, if you do want to shout out Sam to this, obviously please do so. Thanks a lot to us. However, we'll be getting stuff into our draft soon. And yeah, I think that, oh yeah, you just finished watch the Giant X video with you two, Alex, it was great. What do you mean, Giant X video with us two? There's clearly two, masked individuals who could not be construed as in either way. Let's get ourselves into the game, folks. Okay. FPX, they are still very, very low in the win columns of Group Ascend. IG, very high on it. However, FPX, the win which they have, versus IG. Somehow, someway, WE, only one win in their first 11 series came against Invictus Gaming. It was a 2-0 back. God, when was it? It was a long time ago now at this point. I'm trying to find the week. When was it? Week 3. It happened on the 29th of July, so almost a month ago. So 2 LPL casters who happen to look a lot like the Hapgood siblings. Incredible, I tell you. So, first pick of that Trundle, very likely, very, very powerful because we've got dancing gifs on the iPads in the crowd. FPX, how do you respond to this now? You don't want to lock in a tank towards the Trundle, because he punishes tanks very, very heavily. Could go something like the Wukong. Wukong Annie's not bad, because they're not that tanky. Wukong's pretty good at kind of diving past the Trundle or diving back over the pillar if needed. Instead of going towards Jachi Kaiser, takes it away from Gala 2. Stop something like an Ambessa Trundle coming through, which we've seen a little bit from IG, or something like, well, Orn Trundle could also be locked in here. And again, actually, the Kaiser's pretty good against both them because you can reposition with the ult, keep yourself a little bit more safe. Wukong is locked in for IU, and IU was the jungler playing when FPX did beat IG. In fact, it was the last series that FPX played with IE before switching in Milky Way. Buenas tardes, mis mejor amigos. Thank you, Alexandru. Buenas tardes. Annie locked in for IG now. Don't want to give over the Annie Wukong. They can lock in something like the Scion or the Ornn. They do go towards that Scion. It's a little bit direct, less direct engage compared to the Ornn, because that ultimate, the Ornn Horn, is just so good at starting fights. However, that being said, you know, Scion I think is the better individual top laner right now. So what do you pick into this mid lane? There's a couple of very fun hovers from Care. I don't think that... I think this one's much better. The Aurora gets locked in. I mean, I would love to see Echo back in meta a little bit more. We did see one game of it. Earlier into the split. Who played it? It was with the Jarvan. Someone played Echo. I'm going to have to go down a rabbit hole to figure that out. Rabbit hole. Aurora's been picked. Questionable content. Let's have a look at the Echo. Where was it played, actually? It was played by... It might have even been K, you know. Saber played it versus NIP. Why not Azir for FPX? Because they... That's a good question. Partly because it's just Care. I mean, Care does play it. No, that's not a good enough excuse. Care does play it. I think a lot of LPL teams just don't like playing around the Azir as much. They prefer playing faster-paced League of Legends rather than slowing down and playing around it. But Care is an Azir player. For better or for worse, he had one disastrous series in spring of last year in Milky Way's debut split, which really fell apart. It really fell apart. Kyle, by the way, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate you. Yoink Bontis, thank you so much for the resub as well. LPL doesn't favor Azir that much comparatively. So the strange thing is, they sort of do, because Azir is the most picked, the most banned champion within the mid lane pool. So it has the highest presence, but then again, it's also banned into games 2 and 3. It's not that high picked compared to some. But yeah, it is really up there. You can see that FPX now, they're getting rid of some self-peel AD carries in the Ezreal and Desire. They want to dive, really. They might actually look for an Ambassador into the Scion right here, because it's a fine matchup. Yeah, Ambassador's probably it for FPX for sure. What else could you go towards? I guess you could go tank matchup into the Ornn. You don't want to do that with Trundle. I reckon Ambassador... Wait, hang on a second. That'd be very, very different. Hang on a second. What do you mean by that? Yeah, Azir is 59% prio score. Yeah, the MS is the easy one. It's been banned 83 times, picked 28. Now, the 83 bans is highest in mid lane by a mile. The next most banned is Annie at 47. In terms of its pick rate, though, it's only down in 6th, behind Victor, Aurora, Orianna, Annie, and Talia. What's his prio score overall? It's got to be pretty high still. Now for IG, they want something that self-peels. Sivir works pretty well. You just want something that protects themselves and sits in the backline. Gala's Sivir was so good versus BLG as well, amongst other games. Highest priority score, Gwen is the highest priority champion within the LPL right now. Azir is down at 5th, so even though he's the highest priority mid laner, he's 5th down on roles behind Trundle, Pantheon, Varus, and Gwen, which makes sense. All of them have been kind of OP for a long time. Hey Vasu, I will get hydrated. Rakan locked in for Mako a little bit again. Fair weather pick. Good laning, good peel and aggressive options. Can't wait for full combo Aurora on Trundle and Scion, like 200 damage. Aurora's actually pretty good against tanks, especially if you go for Riftmaker after Liandry's. Now, the problem with Care is that Care sometimes goes Malignance instead. I don't like it. I think that you really should go for the double mask items. I think they're really, really good in the Liandry's Riftmaker. Last pick of the rel for Dway. So FPX quite clearly want to go for a dive comp. They want to reach the Sivir and kill them. Kill them to death. On the other side, there was a chance that, you know, they locked in something. Yeah, I guess they could have locked in something like the Nautilus as well. They chose to go towards that route. Slightly worse in lane, but oh, sorry. Dway is very good at the champion. It's very good snap engage. So IG, protect the carries. FPX, kill the enemy carries. It's pretty easy in terms of the compositions there. Laning phase, I think the Shy on Sion largely been very, very good on this champion. Has a fine time versus the Ambassador. Actually, the Ambassador kind of struggles to really full kill that champion, but can just hold the lane, wave clearance. It's more a battle of a push, really. Trundle, limited use in this game. Every single champion has a way over his pillar, and is not always the tankiest. Coach's fist bump, but we'll get into game, won't we? Welcome in, everyone, and I hope you enjoy your stay here over on Nymaera's channel. That's me. Hello. We stream LPL here every single day. If you would like to support us, there are multiple ways you can do that. Just check the exclamation marks on Twitch or whatever. That's me, Vasu. Yep. Wow. Did they just say the title of the program? That's why I'm a family guy. Thank you, Blade. I appreciate you. Let's get into the game, folks. Let's enjoy some LPL and this wonderful day ahead of us. Oh, the poor FPX Gyos. Oh. Wait, Kites isn't in chat? Has Kites overslept again? Damn. Someone go wake him up. Onto the Rift for level 1. IG always bring out good Gyos, don't they? Their fan base is very, very large. Often what happens is, when you have two series in the same arena, which is the case today, because we have LGD, EDG next, which is our top tier... top tier of the group Nirvana. Hang on a second. What is happening with the audio desync? Oh, we don't have champion noises again. They'll fix that soon. That's not on us. Okay, no, folks. We gotta really resync that audio. That is not okay. I don't know whether it's on their side or ours, but we're gonna do our best to make sure it's not on our side. 1 second. It should be just restarting now. Do not panic. Don't panic. Should be fine. There we go. Audio's resynced again. Gallo the pack civet. Panic! Ah, no! Don't panic! Don't panic! Don't panic! Don't panic! It's all good. Get yourself, you know, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says, "Don't panic" on the back of it. Pretty fast today. Yeah, no, it doesn't always audio desync. I think it sometimes depends on where the clean feed's coming from. Sometimes this is in Shanghai though, so it's normally fine. Gala and Mako. Let's be honest, Sivir, kind of a cheat code for early lane. You just press W, a wave disappears. Disappears. The ricochets are really good at clearing waves early. Mako walks up, slapped a couple of things. Thank you, Vadim, for that emote there, Blade. Thank you for adding that. Good trade from Karen to Rookie. We'll see what build Cat goes towards. And Alexandru in the YouTube chat making the valid point that mana can be a little bit awkward in early levels if you go towards the Leandru's Riftmaker build instead of going towards something like the Malignance. And while I do agree, the problem is Lost Chapter items just are not that strong right now. Not really. Feels a bit bad going towards a lot of Last Whisper items all in all. Oh my god, no worries. I was busy getting coffee, so I wasn't there to notice it myself. Pushing towards the Sion. One of the things which has kept Sion one of the most valuable tanks for a long time now is his ability to push in waves at level 3. His trading is ridiculous at that level. Oh, by the way, update on the horse game, by the way. The Champions meet is currently going. Hey, Sam. 48 months. That's almost a year, Sam. What do you mean? Sam has been subscribed for 48 months. That is about as long as I've been streaming. 4 years! Now, I haven't exactly been the most active streamer during all of that time, but for those of you who've been here during on this journey, particularly over the last 2 years as we've covered LPL action, thank you an awful lot. It helps, yeah, it's been a hell of a journey, hasn't it? And one which I can hope continues for a very long time. I did my 3 Taurus races already. Yeah, I actually had 5-0 on my first ticket. Then I got beat down a little bit, but I ended up with my Taurus races 14-6, I think, overall. 14 and 6. Yeah, so it really wasn't too bad. Good knock up there from Mega. Goes into the double-sided Q from the Sivir, and while the trade back is fine, damage onto the Kai'Sa is more important than damage onto the Rakan, who's got pots running in there. Yeah, hang on a second. Good trade back from Dway. That's nice, because that kind of trade back means you do get that HP back onto the AD carry. Nice, isn't it? In fact, the heal blown from Mako. Dway has, worth noting, yeah, Dway has Aftershock and has Ignites. In my first two, I went 4-1. Nice. Launch the tulips. We've been compromised. Dutch spotted. Windmills engaged. Wait, the Dutch are in chat. Decent trading, pretty decent trading. Yeah, I think it is too. I like, this TVC has been pretty good actually from both sides. You can see the, the opportunities taken by both supports when they were given. Good dodge out there by Rookie. Rookie, how to describe Rookie Sip? Rattled his down. Yeah, I think that Rookie has been on an MVP caliber split, folks. Champions Meet has been a grim reminder of why I never touch gachas with PvP, although I started late, so I guess I can't complain about not being competitive. Yeah, that's just the nature of it. Wade's gonna walk up. Does get the chomp down. Hextech Dragon slowing him means that he can't actually follow up for the extra auto, which is a bit annoying. Doesn't get that clean trade onto them. I would put Knight slightly ahead of Rookie. Yeah, I mean, the thing about MVP is that sometimes you can bypass the whole who's the best player in role and just say who's the most valuable player. I think the three which I put in for shortlist are Knight, Rookie, and Jackie Love. Perhaps Tarzan as well. Yeah, those four probably. I think they've been incredible. I think that Jackie Love really has been on great form. And of course, they're the most winningest team within the LPL right now. Dragon will get taken by Invictus Gaming. Wei, worth noting, after they beat BLG, Wei was very emotional on stage actually. There's been, what should I say about this? There's been some people talking about the place on that's a minus cannon there, Shy. That's a minus cannon. Wanted to roam down to contest the scuttle perhaps. But yeah, Wei, there's been some stuff said about how Wei's time on BLG was and how difficult it was for him, which makes sense, coming into a very well performing team. And then doing very well in Summer, then at Worlds not doing so well at all. Wei struggled with that. Beating BLG really meant a lot to him, actually, to prove his worth. This guy's an MSI champion. Rookie doesn't need that international. All he needs is to come back to internationals. Exactly, Chelly. And I will, yeah, not speak anything more on the matter until they've actually done that. If they, I feel like they deserve not to be cursed quite just yet. Notice that care is going towards that, Haunting Ginhorn, guys. He's on Fated Ashes first. We will be going towards likely Andrews first. Unless there's any Blackfire Torch build I've not been aware of. Ooh, good trade there from Rookie. Hang on, Jess, she does have Cleanse. She didn't use it before. He comes through, has to flash away! And it won't be enough! Rookie solo kill for first blood. We're just talking about him having an MVP caliber split. The man in the mid lane himself leads the precedings off with blood. 1-0. Great damage calculation. That's the thing about Annie. If you know the trade will last long enough to another Q and another auto attack, you have a lot of extra damage hidden in the back pocket. Is IG confirmed going to Worlds? No, they are not confirmed going towards Worlds just yet. Now the thing is, if they finish top 4 in playoffs, yes, they will be. That's a long way until that point, folks. Long way. Yeah, it can be a hard thing. Be a hard thing getting towards Worlds from LPL. Especially with playoffs meta changes coming through. First grab taken by IG. It looks like there's a contest from FPX. They do have the Kai'Sa level 6. Aurora's not really in position. Cares a little late to the play. Now, if it goes on a little longer, that's not a problem. Wei waiting to see if he can get Shadow out the pit, and he does. Now, what that means is that you can potentially look for that kill, second grub without Smite, which they do. And now you can Smite fight for the third, which you wouldn't have been able to without that. Goes towards Trundle. 3 grubs to IG. Now, do they look for the fight? They do have the Sivir. There it is. Stun landing onto Care. He doesn't have a cleanse. He has multiple ways out with a W and an ult, and he won't be able to push any of the buttons. Mako closes that case. Time of death, about 8:49. Care declared deceased around the grub pit. Invictus Gaming get themselves some highway robbery onto the grubs. Why not add some, I'd say manslaughter, but they were actually the murderers then. It's a bunny anyway, so it's not exactly manslaughter, is it? Get all of those list of crimes on their criminal record. IG 2-0, 3 grubs. Oh, sorry, FPX did take 1. Sorry. They did take 1. You know what happens is if you take 2 and the third one goes over to the other team, it still shows the team with the 2 grubs come up in terms of, oh, they claimed the objective. It's 2-1, not the 3-0. My bad. What even happened to FPX at Worlds 2021? From what I heard, it was a whole atmosphere issue, wasn't it? Didn't Nogari completely mental boom? Can't believe Trash Way plays. He was very good for IG versus BLG. Now, has he been up and down? Yes. Has he been the reason for some of their losses? Also, yes. Who can you not say that about on IG? Perhaps Rookie, the one person I think has been very consistently on form. I think the Shy's also been up there, you know, but I think that IG, they're a team of very high variance players, which makes them such a beloved team because they're so fun to watch. Not to mention so many accolades between all of them. The Shy, Rookie, all Worlds winners. Wei, Gala won MSI on RNG. Mako's a Worlds winner from EDG 2021. MSI winner from 2015 as well. Rookie's going to get jumped onto here. Gets a stun onto Cat. The shotgun misses. It doesn't matter. Dre's just going to leave him to death. The support's going to get out of it. The exhaust. Oh, no. Cat, no! Cat hops back. You know those retro games of like asteroids and stuff? You fly off one end of the screen and back into the other? He just slapped himself into an asteroid. What is Care? Just thought he was out safe. Oh, Care. Care, another high variance player, by the way. Often more in the downswing than the upswing. Care, what have you done there? Takes an L in the bot lane. Rookie's 3-0. Rookie's 3-0. Took that kill in the side lane against Jatchi. Potential of a flash cycling from IE into mid lane, but doesn't want to hard force like that into Gala with flash, barrier, ult, and then potential of jungle support roaming up. Rookie has feats of strength. Yeah, not even IG has feats of strength. Rookie has just claimed feats of strength. Went 3-0 in the first 3 kills of the game. Ship trading hard onto the Shy to make sure he goes under turret. That being said, got to clear out that wave anyway. I mean, if you can recall now, it's not a problem. You might look for a dive. There's not that much, hang on, there's not that much mana there. Can he stop the recall? By the way, Sion has one of the highest base HP regens in the game. Does have cloth armor as well. Stops his recall. That might end up being a bit of a problem. Flash away. IE flashes to follow. Even with the slow, he'll go down. The Shy trying to chase up with the clone. Does he have himself the warrior trickster? The Shy, run! Can't finish off the kill. Will survive. Hop over the pillar. Dre will march into the enemy jungle. Into his own jungle, rather. What do you mean enemy jungle? It's the enemy jungle now. Trundle's there and he'll take him down. A chomp down, the subjugate. Good damage calculation. Dre forced down into the dark waters of the river Styx. Very poetic today, aren't I? Can't think of anything else to say. Rookie pushing in towards that bot side. 2 grubs will take those plates a little more easily. And while the Shy does lose flash and his life on the top side, it's not like he's given that much. Oh, it's the Scion ult. I was wondering what the hell that sound was. There you go. First turret goes over towards the Trundle. No surprises there. Chomps the turret. Rookie gets himself, of course, around for those plates as well. I wonder if Trundle likes the taste of turrets. Okay, first item's hit across the board for major roles. Care not at his first item just yet. That's the one big missing factor. The Missing Link. Wasn't there a movie called Missing Link? Wasn't it? Was it an animated? Was it a claymation one? It was a claymation one. Alex, what are your top 3 LPL teams right now? Well, that shit. I mean, I don't know if I'd put BLG in it. BLG have looked so poor in the late game. I think I have to say top esports AL IG in some order, and BLG in 4th. I wonder who's the tastiest champion. Well, Ezreal really likes Shyvana. If you know, you know. Never skip leg day, folks. Nope, not giving context for that. But yeah, in terms of the LPL top 3, I think BLG are 4th. Yeah, they, despite Knight being the best player in the LPL, and I think he is, I just don't think the team is together on a macro sense. This is the consequence of changing out the most important player in a pro roster, jungler. Yeah, Nara's called the missing link. Yeah, I know he is, but there was an animated movie about this dude who was like a fairly human-looking ape called the missing link. And I think it was I can't remember if it was an Aardman one. I think it was called Missing Link anyway. I think it was an Aardman one. You know, like clay stop motion one. Yeah. AL over BLG. Definitely hard, I agree there. AL, I mean, I guess they got a bit of a fraud win over BLG, but BLG have had so many losses like that. I think you can replicate it. That's the thing. If you think you can replicate it, then it matters. If not, it's a little bit decorative, right? BLG losing late games to AL, you might think at the time of that series, well, does it really work like that? Well, then they did the same thing to IG. IG, when they get towards that late game, a lot better themselves. Sheer does have flash, does have ult, gets pumped back by the pillar. Subjugate comes in, ult comes through, hops over it, and tries to get away. I think all this does is extend the death time. You don't tend to run away from a Trundle. And no, you won't be doing that here. Sheer will go down 2-0-1 for Wei on the Trundle, who's looking great on the pick so far. One of the highest priority champions in the LPL for a goddamn reason. Rookie dropped an ult on top side for something as well. I guess Care teleported back in. I suppose that might have been the player who was ulted. We were focused on bot lane, of course. We're going to take away some enemy jungle camps. Can't stick around for Wolves. We'll get Grombompulus Michael. It would be a good play if Trundle doesn't just press W and run you down. True. Imagine having a meta where if you use your escape tools, you escape. Incredible. Oh, God. Pillar slow landed too? Yep, for sure. Although the pillar slow has been... Is that one of the things which has been nerfed over time? I know the pillar no longer gives you vision. That's one thing. Yep, that's one thing. It used to give you vision in brushes, which is why Trundle support, amongst other reasons, was really, really broken. You'd go Fonts of Life Trundle, spam pillar on people, and use your ult when needed. And you'd be really valuable. I kind of miss Trundle support a little bit. Not hugely, but a little bit. Care. Trying to get a shotgun out of Fog of War. Does get some value. Has the Leandries, make it jumping forwards. Well, not jumping forwards, has the Ghost. Must be descriptive here, Alex. Teleport into mid lane from Sheer. Pushes out that top side. Good stun. Great stun. Wait, CC down. Can't even crash down backwards. Mako and Rookie find another. 4-0. Rookie is so fed. Jumping in towards mid lane. Care is going to get CC'd up again. Drives it into the turret, but perhaps it's a one-way trip. Has flash, has ults. Will he have to use either of them? The Shy looking forward to again. Flash forwards, and the redemption would have killed him anyway. Care goes down. Should have used that ultimate. Sivir ultimate. Going to keep IE safe. Will flash away. I'll keep it. Sivir ult, not keep him safe. The flash will keep IE safe from Sivir ultimate. That's words. Words. First game of the day. Huh. That Herald was, by the way, folks, I think Mako's had a fantastic early game. I think Mako has been very on point. Reaction time on point. Very good W accuracy. Now twinning on to 5 of our 7 kills. Have the 2 other kills been solo kills? No. One of them was in the bot side. That was the top jungle play where they killed Sheer. And the other one was the solo kill from Rookie. So he's been involved in the grand majority of the kills that weren't his, teammates playing really well at League of Legends, What is this? Can't believe trash Wei plays again FPX. What do you mean? Wei has been good this game. Alex, for someone from England that was surprisingly bad in Glando. Yeah, I thought that was bad English too, but no, every once in a while I'm allowed to say bad things. No, not say bad things. Say things badly. You see, that was saying things badly right there. That was the replay as Cat didn't use the ultimate, used the flash in a slightly inopportune way. Care now down 2.5k gold. Rookie at Malignance Leandries, not Milandries. Tips Fedora, Milandries. Are you going for a Cyclone? But there's a redemption. That feels like I don't know, a stiff breeze rather than a really good Cyclone. Does he use the second charge of the Cyclone onto the Shy? Now the Shy might actually be dead. They'll chase him down. There's no way he's going to escape this one. Doesn't have an option to use his ultimate. Pushing in the mid lane though. Remember, 2 grubs for IG means that they push towers faster. FPX will push in towards bot lane at the same time. Shotgun spell shielded by Garlet. should be a turret for FPX down on the bot side of the map. They should be able to take that bot lane outer turret. However, what are they giving up? They're giving up bits and pieces of farm. Wave being pushed into top lane. And the tower, is it likely taken? Yes, it is. There's no one even roaming over. They'll be able to stick around for the extra auto attacks needed. Very quick tower kill. So it'll be inner turret for outer turret. Wave lost on both sides. Objective bounty for FPX. Okay, but FPX managed to stick around in mid lane too. That's a mistake from IG, I think. I don't think they had to give up mid lane turret. 2 objective bounties? Now, that's not as valuable. Now, you see, IG might have wanted to stay on top side because of Atakan spawning. Mako on an extended flank as well. Spot out with a great blue trinket, though. He'll find a way out. There's a cleanse on chat sheet. Might have to blow it. Knocks up. Cleanses. Flashes. Doesn't have an ult angle. Wait. Gets himself out, but you can't. Your jungler's already dead. Your jungler's already dead. Rookie doesn't get hit by the Aurora ultimate. Sheer is into the play, whereas the Shy has himself the ultimate. And he'll slam right on to Care. Double kill for Wei. Sheer, Care not able to make the difference. The Shy, like a literal freight train, flies into the backside of the fight. FPX, they take themselves 2 turrets, but on the retreat, hunted down by IG. They'll lose themselves a camp as well in that blue buff. The Shy will pick that one up. And IG take a huge fight in the bot side of the fight. Take a huge fight in the bot side of the fight? A huge fight in the bot side of the map. What is happening? I need more. I obviously need more caffeine. Jachi caught out. Doesn't cleanse. Maybe could have cleansed, flashed, give himself some more HP to play around. Doesn't have the ultimate though at this whole time. Used it for everything. And we're looking at Gala here. How low does he get? Hovering over that HP bar. He gets hit by everything. Jesus. 360. Drops below 395. 82. 82 HP. The lowest he gets to. Gala getting hit by a ton of skills. They just can't kill him. Just can't kill him. I feel sad for Milky Way. This guy's definitely one of the best junglers in LPL. He doesn't even get to play that much. Milky Way has some allegations he's got to clean up right now in terms of competitive fair play. So legally he has to really clear that because there was a whistleblower which provided some information. Until that's resolved, it makes sense that he shouldn't be able to play, right? Nor should be able to. It makes sense that FPX are playing it carefully. Atakan will be taken by IG on the top side of the map. Milky Way never became the best jungler in LPL. Who's saying that's so stupid? In his debut split, I think you can argue it. After that, I think it's much more flimsy, so it's a bit of a one-split wonder, but I do think you can argue that for his first split. I think you could argue he was up there as best or perhaps second best. Dragon now spawning in 10 seconds. IG have focused on top side for a little bit, which means that they're not really in position. Subjugate blown onto Sheer here. He does have his ultimate. He does have his flash. He has to blow the ult first. Wait! Flashes after him. Completely destroys him. Completely destroys him. Sheer goes down, looking for a flank, but Wei is too strong for him to escape from. Now in a 4v5, FPX will have to fight against the Mountain Soul potential. I don't think they can even look for it. They'll give over the Mountain Soul. FPX not setting up well on the bot side, despite the fact that IG had given so much of that bot side control over. They were around taking Atakan instead. Went on bot side to get vision and push in, what have you. Find out Sheer, and Wei has had a monster game on the Trundle. It's either him or Rookie really going towards that MVP for this first game, perhaps Mako as well. IU has Flash, has Cyclone, can't find himself an engage here. What is his petal difference? Bloody hell, I didn't even realize that. 40 petals to 5. Typically the losing team gets more petals because the petals spawn on their side of the map, typically, because they're dying more. They're dying on their side of the map, which means that when the flowers spawn, they have a chance more easily to pick them up. Then, of course, Atakan picks up the rest across the map. IG have been picking them up pretty well. 40 to 5, though? So every 10 petals is about, what, 1,000 gold of value? Call it 1250 for the 25% bonus from Atakan. So you've arguably got, wait, so 35 up. 3 times 1250, that's 375. Add an extra 5 on there of 750. That's yeah, about 4,500 gold there from IG up. About 4,500 gold. Ain't that tasty? 4,500 gold, despite, and that's added onto a Mountain Soul, which is on a team with double tanks, which is, you know, even more valuable. Call that another 5,000 gold, or how much you want to put onto it. And then you have the actual gold itself, which is about 7,000. So you add all that together, that's... Whoa! Flashing in with the slapback. It's good. FPX fire themselves into the backline, but the Shy's Q is monstrous. The devastating slam. Jachi flying into the backline, and Rookie doesn't die. Rookie lives. They cannot kill the Annie cleanly. They finally will commit an extra member, but it costs FPX the entirety of their team. FPX will lose 5, and while only claiming Rookie in return. The tower will fall. IG will march in towards the base. FPX, only 3 kills in 25 minutes. We don't even get to reach the 3-item civet or anything like that. 2.5 items will be enough. IG, will they end the game here? I don't think they end the game. I don't think they end the game. They'll take the 2 inhibitor turrets, but with the respawns on Care and Jachi coming up, they won't risk it. They'll take their dues. Now 11,000-ish gold ahead. They were too far behind to make that work, but I respect their play. I think the slapback was great, you know. Rookie going for a quick stun. FPX slamming Jue and Sheer into the backline. It's not that bad. Yeah, on the whole, it's not that bad. You know, flash for the Tibbers and immediately flash in from jungle support. That is actually an incredible engage from FPX, because they managed to flash over the Tibbers and use that as their own engage timing as well. They're just too far behind. Cat commits himself as flash. They probably would have died anyway, so it goes down for a heroic 1-for-1. Rookie close towards his own Bloodletters or Riftmakers now, if he so wishes. FPX, I mean, they got 2 items, but they are down a full item onto the entire enemy team. Even the jungles are 3 items. He's got Spirit Visage and Deadman's. He's got the move speed from Deadman's. If he pops his ult, the heal, he is currently 1v4. Yeah, and those items, they make a difference, don't they? Don't they indeed? Wait, pretty much solo kills in a 1v4 the enemy jungler and goes straight back into frontlining. It's not bad from Care. Jump onto the backline. Sheer connecting onto Rookie. Just can't get that much, but he's found himself out of position. Rookie, no flash. Can he chase down for a stun? No, not quite. Even with the Sivir ultimate, will march in towards mid lane. IG, they don't even need a Baron, because Baron only spawned a minute ago. Only spawned 2 minutes ago. IG, destruction. A clean game from them. Combo onto Jachi, loses almost all of his HP there. It's a slow burn build. It's not even a burst build from the Annie. Waves pushed in across the board. Catch trying to wave play. Uses his cube to the side. I mean, I guess he could have tried to kill the minions. Perhaps it's a little futile. Pillar knocks him out of the W, and between worlds he will go. Except it shall be to the underworld. IG, destruction in game 1. A hard-pressed choice to find who's MVP between, I think, Wei, Rookie, and Mako. The Nexus will fall, and FPX will only find 3 kills in 27.5 minutes. IG, clean as you like. This game looks done. I jump onto LCK. Good luck, Nymaera. Thank you, TK. Thank you. You join us later, though, yeah? You join us later. Well, that's one way to win a game, isn't it? My words aside, failing me for half that time. All good. All good, all good in the hood. I say that because it rhymes, not because I'm there. Okay. Imagine if Knight snowballed his lead on that Aurora game as well as Rookie snowballed his lead this game instead of feeding a 1k shutdown to Sivir because he felt like making a TikTok play. That's fair. Rookie with that, Knight with that one shutdown play was really, really poor. Hey folks, may as well do my marketing spiel at this point. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So my name is Nymaera. I am a professional caster of League of Legends. You might have caught me on the LPL official broadcast while that was a thing, or the LEC as well. In fact, I'm going to be there on Day 2 of LEC this week. You'll be able to catch. So that'll be on Tuesday, by the way. They're changing the days a little bit around. If you'd like to support me in doing this, because I'm not paid to do this, folks. While I might be a professional broadcaster of League of Legends, I'm a professional caster, and I've cast 2,000 Tier 1 League of Legends games. The LPL doesn't have a paid broadcast anymore, which means that it is pretty hard to cover this league in the way that it deserves. So if you'd like to support us, a couple of ways you can do that. If you can scan this QR code, Sam and I are in the works of making a casting guide to go on to League Mastery. If you'd like to learn about how we view our own craft, if you'd like to also view guides from One Tricks and notable like pro players around the world and stuff like that as well. Go join them. There are some pretty cool guides out there, and it's continually being built as well. So there's more and more content coming over time. It's only about a month old, this platform. This is very, very new. Get on the ground floor and hopefully you get to reap the rewards of it. There's a climbing guide and everything. There's also a Ko-fi. You can also like, comment, subscribe. All of these things make a lot of difference. Okay, what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to run some adverts and play some Uma Musume during the break, because of course I can do. And you know what? Why don't I just keep this up? Better marketing, Alex. Leave that down there. Okay, let's go play some horse game. I've already played my Champions Meet games for the day, all 20 of them. These are the post-game thingies. Hans the Tree Sport, yeah. You aren't paid, but it's the best for the LPL. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Was there, yeah. Harsh competition out there sometimes. A lot of co-streamers are very good at covering LPL. Wait, there's a Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts franchise sale weekend deal. What's on this? $40% off. 40% off most of their stuff. Oh, that's a good deal, actually. I don't have that stuff on PC. That's actually really worth noting. I just realized I put the voices and music back on. So I Hans game. Donde está la Hans game? There we go. Oh, I have it full screen, that's why it doesn't help. I tend to turn these off because I know that some people get annoyed by them. I play with them when I play myself, but and I need to put this into a node. There we go, cool. Alrighty. Camera off for a little bit. I thought I turned voices off. Okay, let's think about what we're gonna do. I actually did just run a dirt race, I think, the other day. I kind of want to do my own. I guess let me have a think. I actually kind of want to run Agnes Tachyon just because her ult is really, really good. Oh yeah, I posted my friend code some places. Maybe there's some more people doing that. Let me think. Lightning McQueen. I don't know. Has anyone got a campaign they want to do? I'm gonna say I'm not gonna do gold chip today. I have been doing way too much gold chip. I also need to run some adverts as well, so I'll do that. Let me have a think. I could do a better Teo run. I need to think about what I want to upgrade on my team. King Halo's not at a bad point. I could do Bakshin. Lightning McQueen. We can do Lightning McQueen. Sure. Sure, we'll do Lightning McQueen. Wait, what's your potential stuff? Sound of Despair. Let me just have a look at the potential. Details. So you get cooled. Is that only on long? That's on long. That's not bad actually though. 10, 10, 10 across the board. 20, 10. Potential do you have? Long corners is not bad actually. Hydrate is really good if you can get it, but I don't want to run as Pace Chaser is the problem. Maybe she's better as Pace Chaser, but I think she's meant to be better as a front runner. Okay, let's do I have any Gas Legacies? I don't think I do. I tend to use these pretty quickly when they come up. So I want good front runner. Just gonna scan through any of these and just see if I get front runner from any of them. Oh my god, I was gonna spend for forever looking through these, aren't I? I mean, is Wei gonna get MVP? Rookie gets it, cool. He was very good. I actually think, I think that, yeah, Rookie was really good. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to scan through so many of these. Donde está la front runner? Donde está la front runner? Oh, there we go. You any good with anything else though? So we'll keep my eye on this one. Oh, and you get redshift as well. Medium's a little meh. This is a little meh. Redshift is actually not great in long races though, it's worth noting. That's not bad. Wait, what's your whole thing? Power 2, mile 2. It's okay. Okay, so that vodka's probably the better one than the Teo one right now. Oh, so searching through all of these is an absolute pain, I tell you. Okay, we'll go for this one, and then we'll figure out the other thing after that. Really, and then we're just looking for good sparks. Really, that's not bad actually. Is that a 2-spark one? 2, 3, 1. It's not bad. Yeah, that could be worse. Do I have a better stamina one though? Oh, is this my 3-star one? I think this is my 3-star. Yeah, we'll go with this. And there's some better long stuff in it. This is better. This is better. Yeah, this will work. Also, these two. But then we get vodka, Diver Scarlet kind of like interplay as well, I'm pretty sure. Wait, does that actually work? Does the affinity bonus work between the two legacies you have? We definitely want to run that. Do we want to run 3? We don't really want to run this, you know. We could actually run a 3rd stamina card. That might be the play. Although I don't have that high stamina card things. Oh no, this could be okay. This could be okay, actually. This is long stuff, right? Oh no, but then the... No, this is good. This is good. This is actually pretty good. I think we go 3 and 3. Because Medroma Queen is all about, like, long races. This is max level, right? Is this max level? This is max level, okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll work with this. And we skip it. And we're looking to run as a front runner. Probably. Tion, that's not bad. I only know Gold Chip Dropkick and Lightning McQueen, that's why I suggested. That's fair. I mean, I do need a better Lightning McQueen anyway. It's not Lightning McQueen, but you know what I mean. Oh, I need to get the... I haven't played McQueen in a little bit, so... Okay, McQueen's got C pineapple. ¿Dónde está?
上京东搜赛事预测，使用 AI 预测助你赢千元耳机。
I can't remember this. Stamina or skill points? I actually think the skill... I think 30 skill points is better than 10 stat points. Okay. On that, one on that, 2 on that. This actually might be a recreation angle. Early on, particularly if you can get like a karaoke or something like that, it can get you into mood training much easier, which is nice. Even just getting 1 stage up is not that bad. One on that. This is actually worth going for because she gets long straightaways. Is this long? That's not bad. Highland is meh. This is actually... Ooh, if that were towards the front, that would be fantastic, but it not be. In that case, we actually go for this. I actually don't think her stats... I don't think her skills are actually good enough to pass on. Get a little bit of energy back. Get a little bit of energy back, yeah. Or to get that energy back. Do not do extra training. Unless you're very, very... So I think if you're wit training, you can do it. I think if you're wit training, you can do it. We're actually going to bet some wit, because we're training stamina a little too much for the first race. We, Call me crazy. I feel like I want to do recreation again. Actually, yeah. That's okay, we get the energy back once. And we get 4 on speed. And we get that with the friendship training as well. 26 up in early levels is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty damn good. 3 turns left on that. With the 20%. Oh, we YOLO. And we win. Of course we win this. We always win those. We've never failed these things, ever. Ever. We do get an extra energy up, not energy up mood event. That's a little inefficient, obviously, but 4 on speed? Hell yeah. Is that 4 on speed? Sorry, 3 on speed. I can't count. You occasionally give some decent stuff, right? No, Actually, these are... Trick front's not awful. Most of these are actually not very useful. You actually don't have very useful things. We actually want to go for this, and it gives us some extra power as well. Plus, also, you want to be training, realistically, your two main stats. Stamina and power or wisdom. We go... This is going to sound strange. I actually go for wit because I'm going to be training stamina and power enough. We got practice perfect? Perfect. Nice. Because we're going to be training these two way more than wit. Like, way more. So it's actually kind of better to pick up wit from events as long as it's okay to do so. This is actually very good for the current event, by the way, Spring Runner. It is a wit game. Sometimes it's a wit game. We have really good stamina, which helps. Okay, let's go for it. Debut race. There are so many good memes about the current Taurus Cup, by the way. Maybe tomorrow I'll do my game. Oh no, but the thing is, I'd love to do my games on stream, but honestly, I kind of lock in so hard for them. I kind of just need to get them done. Just my own mental health. Tea time! It's much easier to activate her role as a front runner than a pace chaser, by the way. And that goes for both her anime version and the regular version. You should really run Medjugorje McQueen as a front runner. Huh, that other person was actually catching up to us pretty well. Wish I had it. Yeah, I rolled both the anime skins on the same 10 pull, by the way. I actually thought it was like a pity thing. Because I got both Teo and Medjugorje McQueen's anime skins in the same 10 roll, in the same 10 pull. This is energy up. 3 on power is not bad there, actually. This also sometimes, this gives firm conditions sometimes to your corner recovery. And she has really good hints. Like, they often give like 4 levels. Like, this is not useful wait and see, sadly, because I think that's only... Wait, is wait and see for sprint? So that's not actually that useful. We'll take the MGF again. We always take it. We win those. Nice. We take the 3 in stamina, I guess. Yeah. We take those. And this is also, again, another chance to hit firm conditions or a number of other things. Cloudy days is whatever. It's whatever. It's fine. This is the first of the swinging Maestro chain. That's good. We get a little bit of energy back from this one. So whenever I'm doing these events, I'm cut 4, and that's really hard to pass up, isn't it? Yeah. And we'll be running in December, by the way, which is why we don't need to worry about all this other stuff. Ramp up is whatever, because we're a front runner. Front runner doesn't really use them that much. We do not run here. Well, I think we can do this. Guess there's one friendship training up. Saves a bit of energy. If we get a energy up event, would have been okay. This is again actually another wit, and we potentially again get firm conditions or corner recovery. This is again, firm conditions is good. It's a good skill. Okay. Do we have enough to do anything with this? I don't want to do another thing for that, really. We'll actually rest this time. We actually will. Ah! Whatever. This is an energy up event though, so that's all good. Nice energy up actually. Only one on that. I guess we take this. Hang on, 20, 15. It's not that big a difference to stats. We take this for the hint and the friendship training. You know, friendship up. Friendship gauge, I guess. Should be on the draft soon, folks. Oh, perfect. Nice. Faker got solo killed? Damn. Wait, by who? Aren't they playing Nongshim? We will run in late December, so we're okay for now. We really need to get the Super Creek up. Super Creek is a very, very good card, but we gives you a ton of value actually. Okay, so we can't... Wait, do we have mile proficiency? No, we don't. I don't think we do the 51%. That's beyond even person such as myself. Alrighty, let's get ourselves into our draft for game number 2. IG obliterated FPX. Obliterated FPX in game number 1. Was not close, folks. It was not close at all. Let's go into our second game. Pantheon banned away. Talia still available. Orianna banned away. What do you want to go towards if you go towards Orianna? The Orianna banned. Typically that means you want to pick a slightly more fragile champion in lane, right? Should open up. Again, I mean, perhaps you're a little worried about the Talia matchup into rookies or Orianna, who's been very good at this recently. Very good at this. Very good at that. Nymaera banned. So we're going to get Gwen, Rumble, Varus, Talia. Varus is gone. What else is OP right now? But Gwen, Rumble, Talia, Azir. Gwen, Rumble, Talia, Azir. Are you happy giving over the Talia? Do you care? You don't have the Annie, you don't have the Aurora for very strong laning phase. I suppose you could Victor into the Talia and that's okay. Mage for mage. Ban away the Talia. Alright. Yeah. I think you want the rookie. I think you want the rookie. I think you want Rookie on as much agency as possible in mid lane. You don't want him taking a losing matchup, you want him to have a winning one. And Talia is very good at kind of just shoving and roaming, reducing the laning phase down to quite simplistic stuff, really. FPX, what's the first pick now? Rumble, Azir, Gwen, Shinzo. Okay. Wanted to get a better jungle matchup for IE into Wei. I mean, not that... I have to say, Wukong is not that bad a matchup into Trundle. It's fine, considering the level that Trundle's at. Trundle is just disgustingly broken right now. Rumble on the other side. Okay, easy lock-in. You need some extra CC with it. Wei could go towards something like... Oh, he goes towards Poppy. All right. Poppy's been incredibly high win rate, by the way. I'm back. Had to make the post-match thread. Well, congratulations. By the way, a real appreciation for making the post-match threads, because a lot of last year and the year before, we basically didn't have post-match threads for LPL. Basically had none. And it meant that a lot of the conversation slowed down. Now, look, I have some issues with some people. I say some issues. That's not true. Like, I think that the atmosphere in the post-match threads for LPL is kind of shit for a lot of it, but at least there are some, right? Now, it's better than not having anything at all. The Gwen's locked in by FPX. Doesn't love playing into Poppy all the time, you know? Poppy's quite good at kind of parking something like the phase rush and just kind of keeping up with the Gwen as she starts to run away. Yeah. Corky for FPX. Rookie could go towards the Azir. It's not like there's a huge amount of backline access right now. And a lot of the major mid laners are out. You pick this and what does FPX go towards? I mean... okay, I could Silas. You could Silas still. But then you're playing, you know, triple melee into stuff like Poppy with a ton of dash champions. Rumble's very good into melees too. As you dive forwards, you kind of get stuck in the meat grinder and the equalizer just kind of ends the game, really. IG might still ban it anyway, just because it's one of the few matchups which is okay in lane and might snowball the game. Yeah, exactly. Just ban it away. Care plays it, it's comfortable on it. And well, I think compositionally you have the tools to deal with it anyway. Why take the risk of getting snowballed on? That shows, for me, like good awareness from IG. Like that's self-aware drafting. That's not, yeah, low ego drafting where, you know, you respect your opponent And you don't just say, oh, I'll outplay. Sometimes you do need to do that. Sometimes you do, because it gives you some incredible draft angles to say, well, you can take this assumed power pick, we can play around it, and we'll actually just dunk on another role instead. What do you ban away now? You could ban away something like Ari, I suppose, because it's Care. Nico instead, right, fair. Lane priority and bot side, that makes sense. Care Cassidy incoming. Well, I mean, they did beat JDG earlier this year with Care's Cassidy. They did do that. Wonder if it's just another Nico ban. I think that's becoming... I need to respect that more, actually. Nico is actually never really a bad ban. Nico is very, very strong in support still. Tends to do fine in almost every laning phase, really. Some Blitzcrank and Nautilus lanes can spook you. It's not too bad. IG, you're picking one of your bot laners now. Do you want to counter-pick AD carry into both? I mean, Lucian's good here. Lucian's fine. And then what you can do is you can Lucian Braum as last pick if FPX want to pick a melee support. You don't have to, though. And technically, you can flex around with something like the Lucian Milio, Lucian Nami. Care to pick his mid laner as well. What's left in terms of good matchups into the Azir? Typically want to outrange. Care does play Echo. Echo used to be pretty good. You can E-start on Echo and run at them. Come on. We get Echo. We get Echo. We were talking about this earlier today. Saber played this. The one game of Tier 1 Echo, I believe, has been... the one game in LPL has been from Care. I can't remember if there's any other Tier 1 play. I don't believe so. I believe this is only the second game of Tier 1 Echo we've had since like 2023. What you do is you tend to go Hail of Blades, E-start, and you jump over Azir's Soldier, and then you whack him for the 3 hits, get the move speed, and you run out. The Nautilus locked in, kind of snap engage later. Now what you can do is you can Nautilus ult into the Echo W. Now, okay, all right, we're cooking, folks. We're cooking on gas. Care locking in the Echo. Did not expect that. Braum likely to come in from makeup. You can... You could have potentially gone for the Alistair, but that's banned away. Braum is tanky enough, does well into the quad melee comp of FPX. God, I need to stop hiccuping. Okay, folks, I'm going to go get myself a drink. Stop that hiccuping. Let's get ourselves into that game. We get ourselves an Echo mid-game. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Let's get into the game, folks. Well, there you have it. That's the Hail of Blades Echo tech. So Care will be going for early points in E, or an early point in E. Using that to jump over Azir's soldiers, and then try and get a heavy Hail of Blades trade, activate Echo passive, and run out with it. We used to see this into Syndra as well. The whole idea is that you're meant to get away from the first kind of soldier. It means that you can't really trade back that well. Rookie needed to go PTA to win level 1. You'd be surprised how good Lethal tempo is at the level 1, actually. Yep, we get an Echo. Yep, there's an Echo mid-game. Always love this tech. Walking up onto top side. Ah, he's trying to walk around the back of the lane. Did they spot him? They have now. Yeah, Cat, my dude, you have just been spotted. That's just... Hang on a second. We've got a little bit of desync in the audio. We'll make sure that's fixed. 1 second. You might jump forward quite quickly here. We need to make sure this is sorted pretty quickly. Hopefully should be back now. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Yeah, what we see there is the jump forwards with the E start. I just wanted to make sure the audio was resynced. And we're good. Oh my god, now we get Chicken Jachi. Chicken Jachi. So we had Chicken Jackie. Now we have Chicken Jachi. Oh my god, let's go. Oh, good stuff. Reminder, folks, that after this series we have one of our top tier Nirvana matchups with EDG versus LGD. Jumping forwards again, gets the Q on target there. Yeah, look how quick you get that passive down. The whole idea with this is that you're just meant to escape the Azir soldiers for as long as possible, especially since Azir doesn't put that many points into Q anymore, because you need it for the W DPS. Ooh. Nice, Halo Blades again there. Tanking up the last bit with the W shield. Really good trading from Care. Really good trading. Wait, going on towards his Krugs. Ayu's up here. Of course, doesn't want to dash into the Poppy. That's where you have the W up unavailable. Guess not. Activates that phase rush. Wall stun onto the Gwen. Oh, Sheer, what have you done? Sheer dashes over the wall, puts himself into range of the wall stun, and is now all on IE to somehow get out of this. Flash away, the phase rush. Not enough way. Slaps him in the face as the Shy claims the kill. Wait, massively outplaying. Sheer puts himself right next to a wall for the wall stun and dies horribly. Dies horribly indeed. Wait, outplaying an FPX lose 2 kills through topside, despite the fact that this mid lane matchup was actually going okay for them. So that Kaz actually drops a lot of CS, needs to really keep an eye on that. But what is Sheer thinking here? What is he thinking? He dashes over the wall to just get wall stunned. What's the thought here? He doesn't have the W, by the way. He's got 2 points in the queue, which is why IE feels safe to invade like this. I was wondering whether he'd hold on to that third point, but I guess at level 3 you can't really afford to. You need to go for the quickest clear speed possible. So even with the anti-dash not available, Sheer, my dude. Now, for a player that I thought was one of the very best top laners within the LPL last year, Sheer has had a difficult year, folks. No longer on JDG. Him and Flandre are both leaving the organization, actually. Sheer was looking awesome for his first year. I actually think he was Rookie of the Year. I think that the skills he showed, learning how to play top lane in a lane swap meta, very, very difficult. Jumping forward, Thrawn passive coming through. And that's not quite the wall stun. Is it enough? Jachi has barrier, has flash, holds on to both. IG will not get themselves the kill, but they will get themselves massive control. Massive, massive control. Pushing in that wave, Gala can recall for his first back of the game. He's still only like 16. Look, I know there's a lot of jokes about that. I'm not actually sure what officially is the case. Obviously, I'm not. Otherwise, yeah, whatever. Obviously, there were some allegations of that, but as far as I'm aware, it's only ever been speculation, and we've never seen anything concrete about it. Yeah. Halo Blaze trading again. Has level 6 slightly early, actually. Now means he can take even harder trades, potentially ult back onto him. Now what the Azir needs to be very careful of is if Echo jumps forwards and then Rookie chases him back, he can walk over the Shadow, and if he's already used his E for shield midway through combat, then Cat can get him by itself effectively a free ult onto him. And Echo ultimate does so much work. You can see here, actually, he's holding onto the point in his ult so he can hide where his Shadow is. He wants to hide where his Shadow is so he can potentially get that first sneak ultimate of the game. Kaz obviously put time into the Echo to learn the tech. Ah, Red Bull gives you wings. Surprised Mako didn't just shield the Q to mess over Kaz wave control. I mean, I don't know whether he had it on cooldown or not, but yeah. Equalizer to clear the wave. He was looking for a dive potentially up here. Not sheer. Yeah, Equalizer to clear. Did I say sheer clears the wave? The shy clears the wave. The sheer. The sheer. By the way, Angel, thank you for the super chat though. For the $1 over in YouTube. IG with 1,000 gold lead at 7 minutes. Ow. Through top jungle. Of course, that skirmish going very poorly for FPX early. And Kerr also hasn't got that much done. Oh, it's the Poppy and Nivea. It's not Poppy and Nivea combo. Poppy Azir combo, not Poppy and Nivea. Thinking of Albus Nox Luna. Kerr forced to ult backwards. If he hadn't, probably would die in the duration of that CC, actually. One of the dangerous things about Azir Poppy is that the Azir can give free wall for wall stun for Poppy to use. Rookie doing, you know, well to keep up in farm. The Azir sometimes does get blasted in this lane. And while the early levels don't look fantastic, right, he's done very well beyond that point. Also like what he does there to stack up lethal tempo and then use the lethal tempo before it falls off to clear the wave. By the way, I will get hydrated, by the way, Cubitus. I will do. Thank you for the hydration. This is the first time Echo has been picked? No. Funnily enough, free ship. It's not the first time. Saber and Ultra Prime played a game of it earlier this split. It's only the second time it's been played, though, since, I think, 2023. Want me to hop in for this game and test remote casting? Also, do you get hydrated? Sam, if you want to hop in, if you'd like to, we can try some. And yeah, sure. Want me to open up Discord real quick? Yeah, we can do, Sam, if you'd like. I figured out how to do it with Rafa the other day. I'll need to figure out how to balance things. Remember, you won't have a filter on your microphone as well. Hang on a second. Jump up towards that top side, and the dash is cancelled out, and the clean feed has died. The clean feed has died. Where have you gone? Oh, video of mine. Where are you? Where have you gone? Why are you turning off the video as the kills are coming through? What is happening? Give me back my clean feed. Where is my clean feed? Where are you? What has happened? What has happened? Clean feed. There was... What happened there? Something happened in topside. I cannot tell you what happened. This side actually panicked. What actually happened there? I believe Gala died. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and Sam's got... For God's sake. It's not gone into stream mode either. Very, very unhelpful. Hello, Sam. How's it going?
Did I pick the wrong moment?
Yeah, very much the wrong moment, Sam. Stream mode wasn't on Discord. Everyone's thinking that they got their own Discord call. That is not the case. You have not been Discord call. It's happening on this stream. I am so sorry. Hello, Sam. How's it going? God, that is an absolute nightmare. This is the problem with not having an official broadcast, folks. Sometimes you get absolute clown production moments for myself like this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Sam. You should have absolutely done that, Sam. Yeah, that would have been very, very helpful. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everyone. All good. Well, that should be now working, Sam. I hope. I really hope so.
It is. It is absolutely working.
Perfect. Now, folks in chat, you're going to have to tell me what balance is like. If I ever have to change volumes, Sam's feed is going to die because I'm going to have to click off of the preview. So we're going to have... Look, production is going to be very basic for the next while, folks. I can't believe... I just cannot believe feed died. Discord call goes out to everyone watching.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
All good. Anyway, how are you doing, Sam? Welcome on. Welcome back on.
I'm doing very well. I was a little late this morning, so I had breakfast with Mum and Dad. Very nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then I saw a little stream. Oh, I can come and test out some of this remote broadcasting, get a little bit of gaming. Say hello to you.
Yeah, well, it's
and say hello to chat.
Yeah, we haven't done an God, Sam. You know this is gonna be so strange. This is the first time that both of us will have had game audio casting LPL. Because when we cast normally, I really should have got a headphone splitter at some point. But basically, yeah, one of us has headphones, the other one doesn't, and the Q misses the cannon there. Oops, whatever. He'll get another chance to kill it. But yeah, we have the Echo, Sam, and typically it's meant to get an early advantage through Halo Blade's E start in lane. It's not really been able to do so. I'm a little bit worried now that you've now picked quad melee into Poppy, Braum with a Rumble also burning you in the meat grinder.
That's the quite miserable. I'm also saying it's lollipoppy, so the aura farming that Wei is doing right now and the horror he is inspiring in the hearts of mortal men around the world is a bit beyond what I feel like FPX can manage.
That tends to be a problem with IG in general, Sam. Even when they lose, they aura farm so hard. Because they lose so spectacularly too, that it's very hard to escape the aura. First game, did you manage to catch most of the first game, Sam? Because it was...
I did, yeah. I did catch some of the scenes that were on the Rift, yes.
It was definitely a game of all time. Kara's also now getting out-traded by Wei.
I wonder whether he was going to be forced to ult there, but I think Wei just ran out of cooldowns a little bit. Sundered Sky on Poppy is a surprisingly nasty spike, especially if you get your full combo off with the Buckler and the shield done.
I'm gonna have to quickly go change some audio very quickly, Sam. So don't go panicking.
That's
Not
fine.
too much. Not going too much. Okay, and Sam, you're gonna have to cast this team fight here.
Yeah, Mako's going to get down to Glacial Fissure, and there's an ult away, but unfortunately the damage is kind of done. Mako is dead, but IE might now also be the trade. We'll try and Audacious Charge back in, kind of slightly out of range of the culling. It ended up a bit of an awkward angle, but the kill secured nonetheless. Ends up being the 1-for-1 as Jachi and Dway do step forwards, try and find some poke here and there, but can't quite do it. And again, FPX have been struggling. 1 and 10 has not been a fun time in this upper group. Sheer also now being burned alive by the show. Just literally pressed the S key with the flame spitter on and burned people alive.
And yeah, the Shy getting that early kill has kept him ahead of the game. IG did manage to kill the jungler while Dragon's alive, so IG will go over and take that. I think Wei has had a great series so far. Trundle in game 1, I think was I think it was a little bit robbed of MVP in game 1, just a little bit, because look, Rookie was really, really good, but Wei was doing some disgusting things on Trundle. And right here again, he's out-jungled IE. He out-fought him in the first skirmish of the game. 1-0-2, bullying off Care. I think he's playing very well on an individual level right now. I think IG, you know, it was a risk for them replacing JJ with Wei. Of course, JJ has now left IG totally. Say that, might have cursed him a little bit. Gonna walk into Care.
Oh, Wei. He's at what looks to be a 1v3, has got no flash, is hitting a parallel convergence. There's still the ability to chrono shift away. Wei will try and heroic charge towards someone like Rookie, giving some support. Jachi will throw out some rockets, and actually he's just able to walk away as Rookie helps put down some soldiers and says, yeah, you just don't have the damage. You've got an alternator and a dream, mate.
Yeah, and well, Echo's got some decently high base damages. Not really gonna be able to chase down the Phase Rush Poppy just like that. And yeah, some questions over in Anovia's chat. Is this a co-stream? Technically, yes, this is a co-stream. We're professional casters, so we cast it like we'd normally cast it. We hope you enjoy the experience.
Professional co-stream cast.
Yeah, and if you, by the way, this is the thing in general. If you're watching the LPL anywhere right now, it is always a co-stream. There is actually no official broadcast. Ult's pulled in mid lane.
I think Mako might be in trouble just about out to safety. Now actually Dway and Jachi in a little bit of danger, but the double shields come on down, keeps one alive. But oh my god, the Shy's got a solo kill elsewhere as the Nautilus also was Rookie has TP'd in, looking for the shuffle, but a good cressing off Mai buys some time. But that's all I think it will be. The present just wide. Piercing Light will claim the jungler in the end. And FPX lose 3.
Rule of thumb for Invictus Gaming. If you think that should be it, you're probably wrong. There's always something random about it. If the Shy will even teleport out as Cal looked to try and pick him up, he doesn't find him. He uses the protocol, will not find his quarry. He's teleported away. The Shy 201, 1,300 gold up. And IG, they just make absolute sinner out of it. This shit, I mean, Sheer chooses this fight and dunks himself exactly onto the equalizer. That is a horrible, horrible place to find himself. He chose that fight and gets decked. Then we go into the mid lane where, you know, of course, all of this extra stuff is happening. And the Braum shield goes up. Mako very nearly dies. This is the worst thing about this skin, by the way. Chicken Jachi be die. Just be damned. The Gatling gun is so loud. This Gatling gun is so loud. This skin is going to kill my eardrums. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yeah, people are dying. I could analyze the clip.
Though, you do get breakfast every time you press W, though.
Are they eggs?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
He dropped fried eggs.
My favorite thing is that we have Chicken Jackie for Jackie Love when he plays the skin. And now we have Chicken Jachi, Sam.
Oh, stop it.
I'm telling you. It's Chicken Jachi.
Oh, no.
Sam, I never even watched the Minecraft movie. I likely never will. And yeah, that one quote.
You know what we're going to do on next movie night, Alex?
That's true. Oh my god, we should watch Minecraft movie for the next movie night. Wonderful.
Hey, I'm just saying, chat's out. If you join the Discord, you too can join the movie night.
Yeah, we do occasionally do movie nights in Discord.
We can talk about Chicken Jackie together.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, flash forward, the Shy!
And hang on, he's come out of the Herald as well. The phase dive coming on forwards alongside
Wait,
the
he wins these! He wins these!
It's a 1v2! And the Shy takes them both out! Mid lane, violence commencing, passive from Braum across both members! It's a double freeze, there come the fried egg, but splat goes Jachi! Wait, it's on double! He does! Chicken Jachi bot side! Shuffle comes in cinema! And it's directed by Michael Bay!
EDG have aced FPX and are 16 minutes into the game! What has happened?
In 3 lanes at once! 3 lanes at once!
IG have aced FPX across 3 lanes at 16 minutes into the game. Ridiculous. The most entertaining team in the world. The Shy, double kills under top turret. Mid lane, shit blows up. It's not looking much better in the bot lane. What are we replaying? We're replaying the top lane because the Shy has roasted the Phoenix over an open fire. Awesome trade onto Cap. Avoids the W, that's now off cooldown. And now with the Herald coming into turret, yeah, he's under threat, but he realizes, I can make sure you can't die. If the Echo ultimate is gone, you can't reset tower aggro. And yet FPX go for it anyway. The burn comes through, the Shy knows there's no Echo ultimate to reset on Protect, and things go wild. Then in mid lane, I think actually Dway gets a decent engage past the Corky thing is going again. And I don't care, it gives you breakfast. That is such a loud Gatling gun. Jachi somehow turns it back around. 2 for 2, 4 people dead in mid lane.
Of course, we come down towards this bot lane where Wei and Sheer have a bit of a tete-a-tete until Rookie says, I can walk beyond the turret, you know, and then Saw.
Yeah, look, Sheer is very, very anemic this game. 2.5k down. The Shy,
Yes.
just what can he do? Fight in the mid lane, actual team fight now.
Oh, Glacial Fissure does come on down, but not before Wei dies. That's nicely picked up there by the Echo, necessary. But the Equalizer is going to step them away from the turret. They can't retreat. They're all taking so much damage, and the Shy is exhausted. It means absolutely nothing. Barbecued over an open fire, Ned. Get away with it. IG Horde on an open mid lane.
Is that like if Game of Thrones was King of the Hill? Like house propane products.
House propane. Propane nightmares coming across. You think every time Rumble presses E, you just get some Pendulum playing.
Oh my god, for those of you who didn't listen, the era of Pendulum propane nightmares, that was fantastic. Anyway, dragons get taken. Objective bounties available for FPX now. Reminder folks, first round robin, FPX 2-0'd IG. It was very unexpected. It was FPX's 1 series win. You go basically a month later and IG are humiliating FPX here. This is not close. FPX, they have had to kind of emergency change in IE again because of some allegations about Milky Way. Now, he is fighting that legally. We're making any comments as to whether that's true or not, of course. I think it's our place to do so. But it has left FPX... Yeah, but it means that FPX are not fielding Milky Way. And how the hell, as a team, do you deal with junglers being switched in and out? FPX... By the way, FPX have had technically as many jungle changes as BLG this year because they've changed the same players in and out, but they've been changing, you know, basically the same amount of players in and out. You've had basically 5 jungle swaps between 2 or 3 players, Sorrow at the start of the year, and then everything else. And changing jungler is a very, very difficult thing to do. Atakan is now spawned. IG will very likely go towards that and see if they can build up an extra advantage. Can they force the Echo ultimate?
Try to phase dive away. Not going to leave too much, but at the minute they're just 2-manning Atacom with their solo lanes. They're burning through it so damn fast. Cuts Leandri's 2-item Rumble. It's gone.
It's absolutely gone. You have Azir, you have Rumble. Fantastic objective damage. The Atacom will go down quickly. There's no dragon on the other side to respond to, and FPX, they might have just been a little slow towards this top side of the map. I was even wondering whether they'd get caught on the retreat there. IG were potentially getting everything there. It's not as big a petal advantage as they had last game. By the way, last game it was 40 petals to 5 for IG. So about, about, I think with the 25% extra added value, about, 4,500 extra gold for them. All things said and done. Right here's 26 to 17. Still probably about an extra 1,250 gold ahead in terms of stats from the petals.
Wait, looking there. Might actually get Carlo into some danger. The depth charge comes up through and they use a blow up. Rookie, that's not bad. Does it lead to all that much more, though? A single kill is not an objective, is not a game win.
Do you have 3 grubs?
Yeah, the Shy goes on forward with the rocket belt. They're beginning to turn around. The Glacial Fissure is to an Equalizer. Yes, there is. knock away onto that Echo, who could potentially rejoin with the ultimate. How far Chunk, Jachi in particular, left on about a third. IE also ends up hitting with the Electro Harpoon. The Shy Chunk to about 10%, may need to back away, doesn't have a teleport. And FPX, that's not bad actually in terms of the health bar advantages. And of course got that man advantage courtesy of Rookie being dropped in the play.
Yeah, no, of what you were saying before about them not really being able to get that much else besides the kill, though, that does ring true. They tried to stick around to use 3 grubs onto the tower. They do have those 3 grubs, very important for them. But FPX can't quite manage to do so. I think Dway has had a good Naught this game. He's been flash ulting and catching multiple carries multiple times now. His actual mechanical play around the mid lane has been very effective on the Nautilus. It's just now they're very far behind. I think ever since that skirmish went wrong on the top side where, you know, Wei and the Shy both walked away with an early kill and FPX died in top jungle, they've been playing from a losing standpoint. They have a quad melee team into a bunch of anti-melee champions.
Base dive comes on through alongside the parallel conversion, still an ult potentially used from Care, who is now surely going to be forced to use it, and is, but Rookie has got behind him, he's got soldiers to work, but he sends them forward. He commands them to attack, and Echo's brought low. No chance to rewind that timeline.
Yeah, and, you know, Care really needed to get his ult on target to have any help of winning that fight. Doesn't manage to do so. Yes, he's got a strong item core of the Proto Belt Lichbane. Can't get himself enough damage there. And this supposed counterpick of the Echo into the Azir. It's not working into Rookie's Azir. Clean kill for himself there. Minute Till Dragon, IG. They could get themselves the Chemtech Soul. FPX, let's be honest, they don't want to give him any extra added value now. They'll have to deny that somehow.
Jachi's just had his Valkyrie counter. He's in a lot of danger as the shields come up from the barrier and the locket. The passive does Mako down onto the core key. Forced to retreat. They're down about half HP as the Shy forces IE out of his own jungle. They are now going to be forced to retreat a little bit from that tier 1 turret, and IG can go look towards that Chem Dragon that would be soul for them in about 50 seconds. They just lost Prio in mid and their jungle.
Exactly. Taking all those chunks in that fight doesn't necessarily mean, you know, they lose the dragon straight up, but they lose the battle for vision just before it. IG, they can back off now. You see Rookie, he's going to have enough time to recall, potentially get himself to Seeker's Arm Guards. He might want that for this fight coming in. You see Gala, you know, 2.5 items. He's in a happy standpoint too. Yes, Jachi, similar point of power on the other side, but really, you look at this top jungle and you think, that's a problem. This Rumble can absolutely slaughter you. Has a Proto Belt for target access amongst everything else. Rookie actually upgrades his boots instead of getting himself a Seekers. Wants to possess that raw DPS. Now pushing over this mid lane. IG, do you have Rumble in the bot river already? Let's see what angle the Shy can find on this 5-kill champion.
For something if they can. Again, the gold leads. The bot side of the map not so bad, but Wei and the Shy are so ahead. It has become a problem. The Dragon started IE with Flash, with E can get in, but Rookie and Dway and Mako all trading out. They're going to try and keep that. Jinzhou in danger as they body block for getting over the wall. Soul secured. IE left though. The equalizer after the Crescent Guard times out. Burning his IE does flash out to safety, but is required to do so.
The Shy, good equalizer over the wall. Now, this might open up an angle. If they get a good enough fight, they could go towards a Baron. FPX needs to be careful here.
Oh, W again denies Dway's access with the Dredge line. They get the stun on the wall onto Care, who gets no chance to Chrono Shift. Another kill towards Wei. Mid lane now precarious enough that Jack has to leave it. They'll get another turret.
Well, I mean, they're going to get themselves a push in bot lane and in mid lane. They can go straight towards Baron. They have the Azir with 2 items and the upgraded boots. The Shy can walk up as well and some DPS. FPX, they must have sirens blaring. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to answer this at all? Surely they have to contest. I guess they can't. FPX are just going to give up a Baron as well.
Stolen Baron, he's still at half HP. Definitely trying to get a Gwump, but the Shy's going to come on over. Remember, he doesn't have Flash. He doesn't have ult. It's just a dead Shinzao.
6 kills for the Rumble. The Shy has taken this game by the scruff of the neck and made it IG's. Dragon Soul for them. Baron for them. A 6-kill Rumble. He's gone for Proto Belt so he can be like an assassin melee auto attacker. What can't this guy do? It starts with a huge trade onto IU at the retreat from the Dragon, and I swear to God that Gatling gun is going to be, it's gonna make my tinnitus even worse. Well, he gets a great wall somehow. It means that Care on the flank angle gets to get nothing done, sadly. And then that opens up this angle towards the Baron. Now IG have a 5-person Baron pushing across the map. 6,000 gold lead, Chemtech Soul, a 10-stack Medjai's on Rumble, so he's even faster at walking at you. There is no good news for FPX here.
It's looking rough. And look, there was a point where he said, look, actually, why a gold lead for this Corki? The Echo managed to stay even with the Azir despite some of the early plays. And then you look at the jungle discrepancy. And then you look at the top lane discrepancy and you go, oh yeah. And the petals and the dragons and the map state, and it just doesn't get easier. Maybe if you can kill the Rumble, get the pick onto them,
behind.
things might change. Teleport behind, but they've still got the Sun Disc up. Good body block with the way, but it's shuffle on 4, shows them all under the turret. It's all going a little wrong. They do manage to bring down Wave, but it's going to come at a cost of 2 already. Jachi down, IE down, Sheer down, the whole of FPX. You guessed it, down.
IG clean up 5 for 1. Their jungler the only casualty, and I think you'll call that a worthy trade. This will be probably, well, it's at least an inhibitor. I think they'll go for the game here. They have so much auto attack damage. Remember, they have an Azir. No grubs, no problem.
It's done. It's surely done. They've got so much AP, so many items, and with 15 seconds still on Jachi, it's IG. When have they ever been anything but aggressive? There is no shyness in their name, except for in the top lane. And somehow, someway, one fight, it's over. Invictus Gaming absolutely flatline FPX.
8-0-3. The Shy ends on Rumble. One awesome game from the 2018 World Champion top laner. IG, they were 2-0'd by FPX in their first round robin. That was FPX's only series win. IG determined to right the wrongs of that first round robin matchup and make sure that FPX don't get a second one. IG, with this win, they pushed themselves closer to locking top 4 in our group Ascend. I think they are clearly a top 3 team for me now. I think they look better than BLG. I think that they can test our top teams. They beat top esports. They did get blasted by anyone's legend. But the fact that they're contesting with them, after the year which they've had, after the promises which they've given, is absolutely huge for the LPL, the fan base internationally, and this team on the whole. Rookie may well have his angle to get back to Worlds for the first time since 2019.
You read my brain. That's exactly where I was going with that. Again, are we getting Rookie at Worlds? Is it finally happening after, what has it been? 6 years? 7 years? It's been a very long time, Al.
It has. And, you know, I'm not going to say they'll do it until they do it, because they deserve not to get cursed like that. That's just the way that it happens. I'm not going to curse them like that. I think that would be incredibly unfair. IG, however, currently looking like a top 3 team within the LPL. They're a very, very varied team. A team with incredible amount of variables on their team. Occasionally they do in and get blasted by AL 2-0. Occasionally they destroy your top teams as well. And right here, they came up in one of their better versions. And I hope that IG will continue to do that. Well, folks, we should probably do our spiel across the continent here, actually. Sam's currently in the UK. I'm over in Berlin, back and flat here in our part of the world. I was about to dox ourselves. I'm not going to say where we are. It's fine. You don't get to know that quite just yet. You know, that's for like...
You don't get to know that.
That's for, I don't know. If you subscribe enough, we'll give you... Yeah. Anyway. Hi, yeah, my name's Alex, also known as Nymaera. The person you can hear over the headphones is Sam, Initialise Hapgood as well, my brother. Now, what we do is we've set out to cover the LPL as if it were an official broadcast to a certain extent, because there's no official broadcast anymore. If you're watching the LPL anywhere right now, it is technically a co-stream. And what that means is that no one is paid to cover this region. And that's actually a very important note, because it means that these players, these teams, the hype you have around Invictus Gaming and the Shy and the Rookie potentially being back and all of these great storylines, that has to be brought to you now by people who are not paid to cover this region. And there are so many hundreds, thousands of LPL games in every year or two that it is a ridiculous amount of effort. If you'd like to support the effort, if you enjoy the LPL, if you'd like to help us in that, please like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to... help us by supporting us through some of our sponsors as well, such as League Mastery, which we're going to be an affiliate of as well, and provide some League of Legends casting content for. If you'd like to learn how to cast like the best of them and learn actually what to Riot look for in casters and stuff like that, you can join through the QR code here, and that subscription will help us as well. We get a cut off that. And also we have a code if you'd like to donate directly to us as well. So that's our spiel done. Thank you for listening here, of course, as well. Just by being here, just by listening to this content, you're providing great value for us. Sam, anything you want to add, or are you good?
That sounds pretty good to me. Just know that you will get like temporary, I'm not going to say undying love or eternal love. You get like temporary love for every subscription. You get like a month's worth at a time.
Wow.
And that's pretty good value, guys. Yeah. Look, it's not unconditional, guys. We're not your fan. but we can do
Fantastic,
this.
Sam. All good. Okay, folks. Get hydrated. I shall do. We shall do that thing where we play adverts, play the horse game. Oh, Sam, the Champions meet opened last night, so like the actual like.
Oh, did it? How did that go?
Yeah. I actually 5-0'd my first ticket. It was
nice.
so that was really good. And then I got a bit blasted in some of the ones after that, but like the first one's what matters in terms of qualification to like your upper and lower group, so I'm in like group A as opposed to group B now, which means I've got, which is hopefully better. So I went 14-6 over my 20 games, which is actually not bad considering that a lot of my legacies were a little bit sketchy. Yeah. I had a fair amount of drop kicks carrying me. Basically what happens is if my augury cap gets blocked, Golshi like is the second carry and just comes in with a freaking drop kick from the sun. And yeah, debuff Knife's nature was doing some really good work actually. Basically, I was kind of I kind of like fooled myself into thinking, oh, I'll probably go like 50% win rate or even less because I was doing all of these test runs. But the only people who are doing test runs are people who are actually have really good teams. So like I was playing against the top 5% like in all of them, and I was winning like 1 or 2 out of 10 or something like that. Hey Ginger, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I remember that name. So yeah, that's been kind of like fun to go through that, and I now I wait until I think it's 10 o'clock tonight, or maybe it's maybe 9 o'clock tonight, and then I can go around to the second round. Oh god, what an outplay from the Shy actually. Sam, do you want to clip that? That might.
Yeah, I'll go.
You
it was really good. I'll go do that. I'll go
Okay.
get that sorted. I'm probably going to have to go leave you here because I've got to go prep for NLC. It's my final NLC cast of the year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, sure. Cool. I'll that's fine then. No
I'm a
worries.
little sad I can't do it for second stream, but there we go.
All good, all good. I mean, I think audio was fine. Your mic would sometimes duck when you got to high energy, worth noticing, just a little bit.
Yes. It's the one I said. I don't have a compressor over it.
I think it might be a Discord thing, but it's not too bad. But yeah, Sam, if you want to clip that, put that on Reddit. That'd be good, Sam.
Hell yes, I can go get that sorted for you.
No worries, Ginger. No worries. But by the way, folks, like obviously when I see my follower number go down, I'm like but also, I mean, this is a platform for you. If you want to follow or unfollow, that's completely up to you, of course. Ginger, like, and look, when I see someone refollow, I'm not gonna like dog on you for it. I'm just happy that you're back. You know. Yeah, there's a couple of people who occasionally I see just come back in. I recognize the username. I'm like, cool, nice, good to see you again. Not that I can remember everyone, but anyway, Sam, you go prep for NLC. I'm gonna go play some Musume. And we'll have a bit of a break. Well, everyone say goodbye to Sam. Only joining us for the one game here today, but it was very fun while it lasted. You get that clip up, right? Yeah, we'll blame Musume. It's just literally people don't want to watch the horse game, right? You're gonna keep watching the horse game because I demand it. See you in a bit, Sam.
That's fun. See you around. Bye-bye.
And hopefully that ends up saving my CPU just a little, because I think my CPU is actually what's causing the clean feed to have issues actually at points, occasionally. Okay, let's You finally got yourself a new PC after 10 years. If I actually get like a good paycheck, I will do that. But getting good paychecks in esports can be quite a hard thing sometimes. I had to uninstall Twitch from my phone to stop using it in bed. I get that. I actually do get that. I need to stop doing that stuff too, really. Okay, right, I'm gonna go turn off my camera. We will play some stuff in the background. And if you'd like to support, of course, please use Blink. Oh yeah. Cool. Do I do this? Do I do the 51%? No, I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need it. I'm not doing it. Well rested. See, we get, yeah. I can't remember what this one is actually. Cooking up memories. Most things with food or energy. Early lead. Ooh, early lead is good. Ooh, early lead is good. We actually take this. Yeah, that's good. That's really good, actually. That's a good skill. Yes, it would give it... And the other one is energy that we're pretty much max on anyway. That's really good. Okay, cool. So actually, you know what? We're going to take that, like, right now, I think. We're going to take that right now. Ramp up's not useful. The firm conditions actually is. We might actually use that. That one's not useful. Not useful. Not useful. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll actually get some extra... Fuck it, we're just going to go all in on this. This is fine. That's good. These are good skills to have. Medro McQueen Pog. It's Lightning McQueen, thank you. No. And we run in this one. Yeah. Power's not awful for this point in the campaign either, actually. Early lead will help. Early lead is really, really good for early game, because you don't. If you don't get first out of the gates as a front runner in the early game, you don't have the stats to retake the lead.
各位好，欢迎来到赛后采
Wait, did I
访，我
have-
是主持
I
人
can't
欣然。
remember.
恭喜 IG
Do I
拿
live
下
in
了这场
Berlin?
比
What
赛
is
的
considered
胜
a
利。
good
我们
paycheck
现
for
在的
Berlin?
主选手 Miko 来到赛后采访席，欢迎
Well,
Miko
that's
跟
a
大
good
家打招呼
question.
吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是 IG 辅助 Miko。
欢迎 Miko， 这场轻松写意的2比0。
I mean, like, I would like to be making.
你们的季后赛名额嘛，整体来
I
讲
mean, I'd like to be
今天队伍的
making
状
say
态呢
50 grand a year. I think that'd be particularly because oh wow, this game is actually this is actually really stuttering. I'd like to be making 50 grand a year. I think I'm not. I haven't been for yeah. I think I had 1 year where I made 50, and I've made significantly less than that every year since.
其实之前的比赛都是前期劣势嘛，然后就教练希望我们就前期能打出优势，打得进攻一点，所以说就是在慢慢的改变。
而且第一局我觉得可能就是非常典型的一个例子嘛，尤其是你们在下路做2塔推进的时候，当时你落的那个魅惑，
Berlin's an expensive city, and yeah, because like I'm earning more than Sam, I
应该我记忆的话是前面
I help support him.
死了，然后对面放了很多大招，然后我们就是追他们的时候，他们都没技能，然后就觉得那波可以打。
I think basically EMEA Masters losing its cast really hurt, because that how much did I get from that? I made decent money off of EMEA Masters because there were a lot of showdowns. Even if it didn't, even if I did it pay, well, I don't know, even if it paid say like half of what LEC did per day, I had a lot of days for it. I think we're okay here for this race now. Oh, I might need to restart this game. This is really struggling. Oh, this is actually gonna be really close. If there were tournaments you could have casted like CSGO style, I mean, that would have really helped. Yeah, for sure. Because I used to do bits and pieces like that. Yeah, little bits. Not as much, because I kind of came... Yeah, there have been much less third-party stuff, really. Because we don't really get stuff like... Thank... 100 gift subs from Mecca. Thank you so much, Mecca. This is like the second time you've done this month, Jesus Christ. You hit Omni. Wait, who else did you hit? I want to see who else you hit. Do you hit Omni? You hit Trespasser? Wait, what did you say? You hit basically dirt? Bambi? So you hit Alette, you hit certainly someone here? Hit some good names there, Mecca. Good accuracy. This is like the third time you've done this month. Jesus. Yeah, Mecca has done a whole lot to basically support us doing this stream. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm actually not sure we'd be doing LPL, especially not the level that we're doing now without Mecca's ridiculous amount of gift subs, actually. Yeah, offline people get hit. It's basically people who've watched the channel, like, recently. There's like a priority list, right? Sometimes you can even hit people who are not even following the channel, as long as they've watched the channel. And even then, like, there's a tier list, right? They'll just keep going down that kind of thing. Do we go... I think we're gonna hit... I think we're gonna do skill points. This isn't bad, actually. Take a bit of wits, actually. That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. Oh, but this is better, actually, with the 2 friendship training. It's actually not even that different as well in terms of stats given right now. Mecca doing more to support the LPL English scene. I ain't commenting on that. I think that'd be unwise for me to comment on such things. Oh, okay. What I'm gonna do, folks, I'm just gonna restart the game just because this is obviously you can tell that the FPS is like dropping through the floor. Also, I should probably get myself another coffee. IG120? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Maybe the algorithm favors people who haven't subbed and people not on the channel currently a bit, which makes some sense. Honestly, it's more valuable for me, because if people were already likely to sub, it's actually better that it goes to someone else, right? For my purposes, right? If I want to get, like, more people that want to actually sub. Okay, now we, okay, into our second series, LGD EDG. Wait, there's a 200 sub button? I didn't even freaking know that. What? Oh, did I need to run some adverts. I forgot to do that. Oopsies. That's not bad, actually. I don't really want to train Guts. This is okay. I don't mind getting some power and getting another thing up from that. This is fine, but nothing special. We'll go with this. I went back to see what Mako said, and he made the audience laugh. He said, apparently it was, I always thought FPX was our greatest adversary. Is that because they lost them in the first round? That's kind of funny, actually. That's genuinely quite funny. Double on that? Yeah, we go for the double. Anything else we go for? Yeah, we go for the double. Man, this game is... do I need to... Hang on, do I need to turn down the graphics on this? Can I even do that? Why is this so... this is... Energy back. Why is this game suffering so much today? What? Oh, we got slow metabolism? Rip. Options. Or Scoob. That's really annoying. I can't get speed from this stuff anymore. We will infirmary then. This is skill points sometimes. Nice, cool. Oh wait, I can't even remember what that was. I get what. Anything here worth running here? No. I don't want to train Guts. Inspiration, and now we see what luck we get from Inspiration. We're hoping for like front runner or long. Corner recovery is not bad. Oh, we haven't had Swinging Maestro yet, which is a big thing. We can run in the... What's it call it? Yeah, we can run in the Sasuke show, which is good. We can wait for some skill hints from this. We have enough stamina right now. That's actually fine. Keeping the lead is fine, actually. We don't want to get Spring Runner. This is not as useful. I need to check. I need to check the details of what the next.
各位好，欢迎来到赛前采访，我是主持人欣然。我们先请到的是 EDG 的 AD 选手小安来到赛前采访席，跟大家打招呼吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是 EDG 的 AD 安。
今天 EDG 背靠背的对手是 LGD， 如他们自己所言是上下限都蛮高的队伍。那你觉得今天如果要赢下来的话，关键是什么呢？
我觉得我们就做好自己的，少犯点失误就可以。
那加上这场的话，其实你们还有2场就收官常规赛了嘛？整体来看，你觉得队伍还有哪些地方还需要去提升呢？
我觉得我们现在的英雄储备，然后团战啊，包括一些个人的失误加强一下，然后就可以。
好的，我们期待一下这场 BO3。 同样，我们请到的是 LGD 的上单选手 Sassy， 也跟大家打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是老概念的上单选手。
It is actually
今天的
Kyoto.
对手
Huh.
EDG， 他们在第3赛段的对线期表现可以说是非常亮眼的。那你们觉得应该要如何
I
去做好
will
应
actually
对
get this though.
感觉
At some point I will
还
get this.
可以，就是正常发挥就行。
Sunny
那
phone
同样的，
conditions.
你
We
们
have phone conditions. We have
副选
Kyoto
手英
replay
雪在
scores.
上场拿下之后，采访里面说，好
It's in
像队伍
spring.
还要再提高一点稳
What
定
the
性
shit?，
所以在
Hang on, whoa,
内
whoa,
赛
whoa.
最
This
后
is a
的2
really
场比
good
赛
thing
里
for
面
us
打
then,
算
right?
如何去做得更好？
就是尽量维持好自己的状态吧，然后尽全力去影响。
We have some really good skills for that.
好的，
Nice.
我们期待一下这场 BO3。
Wait, hang on, wait, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I was too horse gamed. Was there another 100 gift bomb? What? I'm sorry, I was too horse build. I was very horse build. I was in fact very horse build to the point where so folks, just for you who are watching like YouTube chat, we've had like 2 100 gift bombs. Like, that's ridiculous. The second one being anonymous as well. What the shits? I'm sorry. I was too horse pilled. I was too horse pilled. That's a second. Let me put on the freaking alert box. I need to fix my damn alert box so it doesn't keep going for forever. But you'll get many. Yeah, that is 200 gift bombs in a row.
You're the greatest Ari player.
That's like putting down like a freaking stack at the poker table.
Mecha Fanboy gifted a tier 1 sub to
And
Axis.
this is from the first one. If I put all these back to back, we'd be going for like half an hour.
You're the greatest Ari
Jesus.
Mecha Fanboy gifted a tier
Yeah,
1
whoever the
sub to
anonymous gifter is for the
Rattata.
100 gift subs, you're an absolute saint. Yeah,
But you're the
obviously this
greatest
keeps
Ari player
very much helps us keep doing what we're doing. That's ridiculous.
Mecha Fanboy
Nymaera
gifted
again
a tier
with
1
just
sub
the
to Woody
gold content. Just missed out. Oh no, you've missed out on a sub. Someone's gonna have to
greatest
give
Ari
another
player.
100 gift subs.
Mecha Fanboy
Jesus,
gifted a tier
man,
1 sub to
that's
Cracky
insane.
Boots.
That's insanity.
I hear, Alex.
Okay, I actually
you're the
cannot keep this on for
greatest
too
Ari
long
player
because
ever.
people get really annoyed. Look, this is actually, by the way, this is actually Ari's voice actor saying this for those of you that don't know, because my brother got me a.
I hear.
In fact, there's a signed print from
That you're the greatest Ari player
from Ari's voice actor. But she did it on stream, so there's a
Mecha
clip from when she
Fanboy
did that.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Bill Cove Chai.
Well, enjoy
I
ad-free
hear,
watching,
Alex.
folks.
That you're the greatest Ari player ever.
Why are your sub alerts mode going in single? Because I'm bad at setting up alert boxes, basically. I'm using the stream elements one, and I maybe I should switch away from that. Mecha, thank you for the single gift sub to Onam, who missed out on it. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the follow as well, by the way, Woody, as well. I appreciate you. Mecha's just sniping individual people now with subs. Okay, folks, second series of the game. Just I need to actually lock in for this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gonna have to lock in for the game. Yes. LGD are not a bad team for Group Nirvana. They are locked into top 4. There is a chance, I believe that... No, is there a chance that they get locked? No, they're locked top 3. They're locked in 3rd, in fact. There's in fact no way that Ultra Prime can overtake them now, even if they went to... Wait, if they went 4 and 6... and they went 2-0 in their next series, they could go to -4. LGD could go lose the next 2. So LGD are not locked 3rd, but if they end up winning this series, they're locked 3rd. Even if they win a game, I think technically they can go 4th to Ultra Prime, because Ultra Prime have not played them twice yet. If Ultra Prime face them the second time and beat them 2-0, I think we get a weird scenario between LGD and Ultra Prime. I think. The question is, blah blah blah. What's this about the? Yeah, the question is, since there are 70 people watching, that's on Twitch, obviously, where and why are how these subs going? Yeah, it'll be to people who are just followers or people who've watched the channel at other points. Did I see the down one game? No, I didn't. I did hear, Moses, though, that I did hear that DK had that like a shocking loss again, though, because that's just the way that they do things. Yeah, we got to run in this, right? Did we already spend our points on this stuff? We do actually want this. In fact, I might even go both of them right. No, let's go. No, this is fine, because we're unlikely to get that again, right?
欢迎来到2025英雄联盟职业联赛第3赛段，让我们有请双方战队登场。
This actually might end up being a legit good horse. Already, if we're planning for the CM after this one, this actually might already be a good horse for that. Depends how good our training rolls are, but we're doing pretty well right now. Oh my god, it looks like they're walking onto the freaking race course instead. I'm so sorry. EDG and LGD, they're racing in the Satsuki show. Okay, that one siren in the background. Have top esports basically guaranteed first seed? I don't see them losing the next 2 matches. Well, obviously not guaranteed. Let me have a look. WE. Oh, they're playing as W and FPX. Yeah, they basically have done, haven't they? Because even if BLG catch up to them with also like 2 series remaining, they're behind. They'd need to They would have to 4-0 their games and top esports to like lose a couple of games. It's not likely, is it?
LPL 第3赛段常规赛组内赛第6周第5日的第2场比赛将会由 EDG 对阵 LGD， 比赛即将开始 ，LPL 无畏尽巅峰。
Oh, is this about the so yeah, basically in Twitch chat they're talking about like the gifting algorithm. Yeah, basically the gifting algorithm doesn't always favor people who actually actively watch the stream quite a lot, because I suppose they're more likely to get themselves subbed anyway. So if you're more likely to sub, it actually prioritizes you less, which I mean, for me as a streamer, obviously, and for Twitch as a company, it's slightly more valuable. For you as a viewer, it's not as good, right? Because if you're more like, hang on a second, we should win this still, right? You stay back, Narita Bryan. You stay back. She is actually the new character you can roll by the Narita Bryan. Nice. Not even close. Not even close. Nice. Okay, back on my desktop makes it easier to chat and watch. Okay, let's get locked into the game then, shall we? I say that I'm just gonna keep doing this until the draft comes up. Nice. We're locked in on the game, the other game? Exactly. Yes. Of course. We actually don't want to run too much. 2 on that's good. Do we have any friendship we need to complete? This one's kind of a big one, actually. But we also do want to take these as well. This is fine. Okay. Let's go. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Let's get into things, shall we? Our second series of the day. I'm seeing so many Taurus Cup memes. I actually 5-0'd my first Taurus Cup one, which is really, really good. I'm really happy with that. Get hydrated. I shall do, Angie. And also, hi, Angie. How's it going? Good to see you. Let's get into our game. EDG, looking to maintain pace at the top of Group Nirvana. They are currently 2 series behind NIP, who are 9-1, whereas they are 7-1. However, even with that, EDG are higher in game score. They are plus 12, NIP are plus 11. NIP have lost 7 games. EDG have only lost 3 games the entire split, and I believe 2 of them were to NIP in their series loss, but I'm trying to remember if that was a 2-1 or a 2-0. And then they lost one more to TT, I think at the hands of 1XN, kind of going man mode onto them. Happens that way sometimes. Okay, Pantheon is gone. Varus is available. Easy first pick. At that point, LGD might think about going towards Rumble on the other side to deny Varus Rumble as a duo. Very, very, very strong kind of building blocks of a comp that is. LGD will have to think about what their response will be. I think you have to take Rumble on 2-3. Trundle is also available. You could take Trundle Rumble. You could also take Trundle Scion. I think you take the Rumble. Having Varus pin people into the Varus ultimate is probably the strongest 2-champion combo that we see in Pro League of Legends right now. I think this combo is just utterly disgusting. People talk about Pantheon Taliyah because they're a mid-jungle. It's not intuitive to think about a top lane AD carry combo, but Varus Rumble is just way too strong to let through. Just way, way, way too strong to let through. Rumble's locked in. That's the easy one. What do you lock in alongside that? Now, you know there's the threat of the Trundle. You choose the Wukong instead. Wukong, I suppose, a little better with the Rumble. Not that the Trundle's bad. I don't think you feel forced to pick the Jarvan at all. Skarner or Shinzao are both fine here. Poppy's gone, of course. Can't use that. Poppy's so high prio here. So high prio. So high prio. Picking Rumble reduces prio for Trundle too. It does. It does. For sure. I still think it's very valuable because you can still go something like Trundle and Ornn or something like that. Taliyah would be a nice little extra pick to lock in as well. Now, if you lock in that means XQW, I think you should realistically already be looking at the Orianna. I think you can Orianna right now. Or Aurora. Either one's fine. Do you really want to give Angel? Remember, Angel is a world finalist who's also really, really good at the Taliyah. I don't know if you want to give him a good lane, because if you lock in AD carry now, oh, but God, then you have to deal with a Varus with 2 bans. I think LGD have drafted themselves into a bit of a hole. I think they should have actually I think they should have not picked jungle. I think that either you go for the Rumble and the Taliyah there. Or, okay, what other jungles could you have picked? You could have picked Skarner, you could pick, well, they're probably going to pick one of the others, right? Say Shinzao or whatever. Skarner, so Shinzao's out. Then you still have Skarner, Wukong. What else would you have at that point? I guess you could Sejuani. I guess your jungles start to fall down a little bit then. You could have gone Jarvan. Jarvan would have been okay, I suppose. Thank you for the follow by there, Tiki. I think LGD should not have picked jungle. I think they had to pick a winning lane in mid lane to stop Angel from running about this place. And then I think the Sivir into the Varus is sensible as well. But now you're potentially losing out on the Orianna. I noticed that Mel is not global banned anymore. I just didn't notice that myself. Yeah, Mel is no longer global banned, I suppose. I suppose they fixed the bug with her and Dragon Soul getting reflected in strange ways. Savior, Sivir. It's close. Savir maybe works. Sivir? No, Savir maybe works. Questions. Melo's one of the best Ahri counters in the game, by the way. Really sucks playing that champion into that. Problem is, Mel is quite bad against Vi Ahri. Because you can't block the Vi ult. You still get CC'd. But you can, you do very well against Ahri in isolation. Nico locked in, strong bot lane now. Sivir Nico is a strong bot lane. EDG, what do they round this off with? I mean, you can go Ornn for ZDZ if you want. Karma is disgusting lane potential, but you're lacking engage at that point. Palkia has been very clean recently, though. They blasted Ultra Prime just the other day. Got a 20,000 gold lead for them. DDZ. Yeah, the Ornn's fine. The Ornn makes sense. Go for the Ornn. And then what you can do is you can kind of Weaver's Wall across one side of the fight, Ornn ult down the other side, and then just kind of slam people as they try and escape the Weaver's Wall. Gives them too much to really deal with. Stats against Ultra Prime are not representative of anything that is known. That is sad. Look, I say this knowing your hyper fandom. That is sadly true. pick for Palkia? I think the Nautilus is fine. It's good versus double ranged. There are some ways you can outplay the Sivir as well with Flash Ult into Hook. Even if you spell shield one thing, you're dead in others. Last pick for mid lane of XQW. I don't know if you can play the Orianna now. Do you Aurora? Aurора's okay here. Orianna might be okay. Oh, actually, this is a pretty good Sylas angle. Yeah, you know what? Sure, good Sylas angle. You have Ornn ult, Nautilus ult. You have Talir ult for global in some situations too, and the Shinzo ult's good. Hell, even the Varus ult is good. That is 5 good ults for the Sylas to steal. That's good. Nice, I appreciate that, actually. So LGD, I think they walk away with a great Sylas angle. Their 5v5's not bad either, actually. The one thing is just that they're not that tanky. I think EDG have incredible go buttons, though. Every single player can just kind of throw themselves into the fight. Xiaohao's on Shinzao, and I think that Xiaohao is genuinely one of our best junglers here in the LPL. He's kind of trapped down here in Brute Nirvana. This guy's fantastic. He has been for quite some time, actually. I think whenever Xiaohao gets to kind of be his own kind of leader, not be behind someone else in the pecking order, this guy does fantastic. I think Xiaohao's been really good. Doesn't Sylas just get bursted down into EDG comp? Yes, but that's when you have Shinzao ult, or you engage from long range with something like the Ornn ult or the Nautilus ult. That's when you have to play things well. You have very good ults to use, luckily. And if you go towards Rod of Ages, Riftmaker, something like that, perhaps you can get tanky enough for that to not matter. Let's get ourselves into game. Oh, just a fist bumped. I'm gonna... Yep. I fist bumped. You should do that yourselves. Let's get ourselves into game, eh? Let's see if we have any Gyos. Some muted Gyos in the background there.
全军出击.
You know what I might do? I'm spitballing things. I'll have to talk about it with Sam. Sam and I have obviously got this thing going on with League Mastery. It's a sponsor for the stream where we're going to do some caster course stuff. I wonder if eventually that could become something where... I mean, I don't want to promise anything because I think that would be unfair to people and to kind of ourselves too. But, I mean, if there are some promising people who start to show something through those courses, might invite them onto LPL, actually. Give them a chance to, like, practice their stuff in a live environment, I suppose. That'd be quite fun. Oh, Sivir, how I hate your early laning phase. I like Sivir as a champion. That is a hook. Only the Pokemon God of Space could land that. Yes, he gets blasted on the way back, but come on. There is no way there wasn't like some space manipulation there from Palkia to do that. Come on. Cast Apprentice? I mean, it would just be a nice way to kind of give something on, my dude. That's not great, actually. Love it. Oh, Sivir laning phase. Spell should land as well. The hook on the other side. Then not hook the root. And despite that hook, I mean, Sivir, wasn't called Nico, have done some disgusting things. He lands. Not bad there, actually. Gets a good trade. The thing with the Sylas is that you're okay dropping in bits and pieces of CS. If Sylas gets a good enough HP lead, when you push into him, he jumps beyond the wave and kills you. Sounds like a cool idea. I mean, it'd be nice to have a think about, right? And like, technically that option is available for people who I think, you know, who I have a rapport with. And, oh, that's a good route there as well, actually. And YCX has had a great laning phase here already. Got hit by that hook, but managed to chase things down onto Palkia. Maybe a little bit overhyped with the Nautilus. We get some interesting stuff happening already. Arn's going to recall. He has teleport, given that he's, you know, poke Varus. He's going to teleport back top lane. We're going to have a very early lane swap coming through. EDG teleported bot side, Arn teleports top side. They can hold the wave here if they need to as well. If they can stop this recall, that's pretty big. Because that means that the Rumble is going to be low. He's going to be later to the bot side of the map now. Now, I want to see what ZDZ does, because you know that Rumble's been delayed. He's going to be, how late? An extra 10 seconds late or something? You can't, you're not going to punish him on bot side because Xiaohao's on top side. The wave's frozen, though. Rumble's going to have to teleport in and shove out that wave. He's going to be late to do so. ZDZ... I mean, it's a level 4 Rumble. He does actually have a bit of wave clear now. Level 3 Rumble doesn't. You need 2 points in your queue to have enough wave clear. Look onto YCX. He's going for comment, not spell, but yeah, that's a good point, actually. Savior's on top side. Jump out of the brush. Xiaohao's find him. And they get themselves the damage they need. Flashing forwards. YCX caught out, and despite his good early lane, cannot survive that. Savior. Good damage onto him. Spell shield not achieving much there, and he's lost all his HP. This is horrible for LGD. They've just tried to recoup the farm in this lane swap scenario. The most important thing about lane swaps is getting to the wave at the right timing. Now we're going to have Savior in a bit of an awkward spot. Luckily, he can stay in lane. If he couldn't, it would have been just awful. On the bot side of the map, ZDZ, he can slow push in this wave. LGD... They need to recall this Sivir at some point. She doesn't have the staying power of this kind of HP with no pots and no mana. She'll push that in. Varus is going to collect the top wave. He'll lose, what, 2 minions maybe max? Given where he is on the wave. Even though he's 10 CS behind, he's going to be completely fine picking up this wave on top side. That should even up a lot of it. Top lane's doing fine. And Savior just looks a little bit lost on the map. YCX out on the map here already. Raptor's taken by Xiaohao here. A spot LGD walking into his jungle, I think, just a little bit there. Varus, what's he doing with his wave on top side? Does he want to shove it out and make sure that someone has to respond? Ornn on the other side, doing fine, recouping farm versus Sassy. I think we do have a quick audio resync, folks. I'm just desync. I'm just going to quickly do that again. It's been a bit of a problem today, actually. 1 second, folks. 1 second. We'll go. Just don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. Silas now on the sideline. Hang on a second. Oh no, the level 6er of Silas comes through. You had a whole wave to stand behind, and you chose to stand there. The little green flog goes leapfrogging his way forwards, and XQW, I think, was afraid of the Talia ult coming forward, so Palkia will live. But the big loss is on dying and losing out on farm and XP. Is he going to be fine to pick up a wave? I think he will be just about fine. The wave control slightly in favor of EDG, and now you do have that threat potential of Xiaohao heading up here again. That's Xiaohao. Oh, knocked into the wall as XQW. Hook lands into YCX. Flashing forwards for the Q, and Palkia goes down way too far. XQW picks himself up another kill participation. 1-0-1. YCX claiming that first kill in the play topside. The lane swap should have been so good for EDG because of a couple of those stopped recalls. But they've just lacked a little bit on the execution. LGD have been given a freebie back into it. Ornn, Rumble, both farming up happily on the bot side. Oh, you know what I can do during the next break? Sam and I... What? No, some people who may look quite similar to Sam and I. Perhaps. God, who could those people be? We're in a Giant X video the other day, which has actually been very, very funny. Some content. And he's going to get blasted again. Jumping forwards, there's no flash on the Varus, and Arn is blasted. Yeah, Varus, hell of a strong champion. First picked here, as you'd expect him to be when he's available. We're getting so railed by LGD after Arn positioned very poorly onto that one wave, lost his flash and his life. The only champion is Cho'Gath, of course. Grub started up. First one taken by LGD. Second one taken. Climate doesn't need to stick around for third one. Got 2 already. EDG, what is happening? Mummy, this is a 7-1 team. Trundle is right there. Yes, Trundle chomps as well, but I feel like the Trundle... Okay, no, in fairness, the Trundle chomp is very, very satisfying. Okay, folks, I actually want to know from you in chat, because there's way too many options for this. What do you think is the most satisfying either sound effect or just general ability to use in the game? Because I think Arctic Up Varus auto attacks, very satisfying. I think the most satisfying one in the past... Old Talon Rake. For those who played back in like season 4, playing the original version of Talon, Talon's Rake, oh, the sound effect was just beautiful. Heartsteel is a very good option. Heartsteel's great. I think Trundle Chomp actually is there. It's a very kind of like, it's a very tactile chomp. So satisfying. Vlad empowered Q? Yeah, Vlad empowered Q. I will say that is also not great for the other ones. I think Program Camille's Q2 is really nice. That has a really nice sound effect to it. I really like KDA Kaiser Q is nice. 7-1 team plays like this. This is Group Nirvana, Alden. So this is like our lower group of teams. And it is also worth noting they've already qualified for the play-in stage. They're, you know, they don't have the most incentive right now, right? They're not like backs against the wall, stuff like that. Draven when catching an axe, that's a good one. I also really like some of the Draven cash-ins are really, really nice. Like Draven Gladiator cash-in is really nice. Pike ult connecting on something like Project Pike is really, really nice. Project Mordekaiser Q. Oh, that thing's satisfying as hell. Zoe Q sounds great. Some Zoe Q sounds are really nice. I really like Pool Party Zoe Q. That's got a really nice sound effect to it. Oh, Zed ult pop. Of course, Zed ult pop. The splat is lovely. That shit's so cool. Dragon now spawning, LGD, EDG, taking things slow, so we can talk about satisfying sound effects instead, just a little bit. Palkia has level 6, has flash. They catch up. YCX, can he get himself onto the 2 targets? Goes on to Xiaohao. Can they kill him before his ult comes off? Not quite. Great dash out from Xiaohao. How much more can he survive, though? Flashing forward is Sassy. He will get that Shinzao, but how much will they take in return? They've channeled very deeply onto him, and they've lost their own jungler. Ornult comes back through. Who do they hit it onto? They hit it onto the Rumble, who has no flash. Can he get any kind of follow-up, though? No, not really. SQW. Now he finds his own way into the backline. Palkia, very low HP. SQW back over to Fallen Angel. I don't know if he'll be seeing the pearly gates in this one. Flash away at a great knockup from ZDC. That might turn things back around. SQW getting more damage. Flashing over the wall. The Silas is going mental. Great fight from SQW as LGD clean up the fight. Currently, 2 for 1, I believe. 2 for 1. And SQW having a hell of a game on the Silas. Down 20 CS, but you wouldn't guess it. 204, 5 stacks on the Dark Seal. This Silas is getting massive value. Great jump forwards. I think Xiaohao did a great job of trying to buy time here. But the problem was he just took too much damage at the start of it. Not getting fantastic damage down on the Varus either. The fight gets very split. Palkia walks over the last bit of the equalizer, which I normally wouldn't suggest doing, folks. And despite the Ornult doing okay at forcing flashes and stuff, forcing a flash there, I suppose, I think it was. Maybe not actually. Doesn't really get that much follow-up onto it. It's not the best Ornult ever. And then this series of plays is just ridiculous. SQW jumps back, jumps forward, gets the Q, realizes he has a kill angle, flashes over to finish off Angel. And now suddenly the Silas is a huge problem. He hasn't gone for the Rod of Ages. I would like to see him go towards a Riftmaker, actually. I think he might need that, the extra sticking power in a fight. But his early game power right now is disgustingly strong. I'll tell you what's also really satisfying. Some Vayne skins silver bolts are really, really satisfying to hit. Quinn Harrier proc, that's very satisfying as well. I really like Warden Quinn. Warden Quinn's a nice skin. Jack's old sound effects hitting towers was really, really cool. I don't like the new one as much. Oh, Sam's finally posted the clip, by the way, of T1. Not T1, IG. Slower game now, folks. Sorry, I was just reading some stuff. I've died. My brain checked out for just a second there. Brittle proc? Brittle proc is very satisfying. That's a really good option, actually. TPA Shen auto. Oh, yeah, I have to say, Shen is a surprisingly satisfying champion to play. If you get your dash, if you get the pull through of the sword on someone and start whacking them with the autos, very satisfying. That being said, it's not as satisfying as the old sound effect from Shen Q, which was really, really cool. The little, like, Vorpal blades flying towards people. Also, I really thought that old Akali proccing the mark was really satisfying as well. Look, I don't miss old Akali that much, but that was very satisfying. Herald now started from LGD. They do have 2 grubs. It's a powerful Herald to use if they can get it. Do they have a good angle for a flash? Oh, hang on a second. Savior's Core has to cleanse and flash away. The equalizer is not fantastic, but the Ornal is interrupted by the stolen Shinzo jumping into the backline. Cyclo going on to arm. That should be a very dead Varus. And indeed it is. XQW goes down though, and that silences a lot of their damage. What's the overall kill count? 3 for 2 EDG. Walk away with less members. LGD do the damage again. Savior, even though he's forced to cleanse and flash, can't be closed down. By the way, he's gone for the collector first item. Did not expect that through from the Sivir at all. Oh my god. Whoa, guys. I've been slow on the uptake here, folks. This is going to be a Poke Sivir build. Oh my god, is Poke Sivir back? Is Poke Sivir back? Cooldown boots, collector first. We're getting Poke Sivir. I didn't even know this was a thing anymore, folks. I thought this had been dead and buried. You know, the initial fight, we saw SQW cancel out the Ornn ultimate, which is really important to stop that follow-up. Angel does get YCX, but it means that Angel's not doing damage in the rest of the group. You know, I'm gonna go check up. So by the way, there's a really good site called One Tricks GG, which is really, really nice for it's really, really nice for checking out One Tricks builds. Has anyone been building it? I've not seen anyone building it on... Let me check DPM lol. Has anyone been building this? I have not seen Poke Sivir for a very long time. Sivir, who's building this? Who's building this to work? One Tricks. Let's go to One Tricks. Who's been playing this? Has anyone been playing this? There is a collector in here. Okay, it looks like it's been picking up, but there are occasional games of it. Yeah, occasionally we see some coming through. Alright, so it's about the place. Collector first. We'll see what it goes towards next. Probably the Flicker Blades. Outer turret goes down. But, of course, what this allows you to do is still keep being... You still allow yourself to be, you know, a crit scaler. Yeah, so you go Collector into Flicker Blades. That gives you really good Q uptime and Ricochet uptime. Then after that, I'll be interested to see what comes next. You do have the cooldown boots. The cooldown boots are the interesting thing for me, where you're going for a lot of Q spam. Dragon will be taken by LGD, and LGD are in a great spot. 1,000 gold ahead, 2 grubs. Use that Herald to take down mid lane turret. They're going to have Soul Point and Infernal Soul. And also that, if they get Infernal Soul for a more poke-oriented Sivir, that's huge. LGD. They are not favored in this matchup at all. Angel putting that ult forwards. Climber caught out of position. Does not have himself a flash. Does he need it though? As we get a double call of the Forge God. It's a whole pantheon of Forge Gods in here. 2 of them come down, and EDG have bitten off more than they can chew. Savior starting to rip through the DPS. Arn flashing away. Full kill count. 3 for 1. Sassy goes down. LGD find another great fight off of EDG starting the fight in the bot side river. In the far side jungle, rather. Thought they found a play. The call of the Forgery God coming out on tops of the original. Silas, great value here. SQW has been monumental on this Silas. LGD getting a ton of golden pocket. They find out the flashless Wukong gets a great cyclone through things. Palkia gets nothing done, and the call of the Forgery God blocks out the original. Someone make a copyright complaint because XQW has got a case for you. Fraud watch, but in a positive way. Didn't think we'd be saying that in League of Legends. Unflashing away too is a big problem. No flash on the Varus means he is so vulnerable. EDG, remember folks, this team has only lost 3 games so far. This split. It's in Group Nirvana, of course, it's against lower tier opposition, but only losing 3 games, 2 of them being in their 1 series loss to NIP. Only losing a single game to TT outside of that, and they're hovering the build here. Collector into Flicker Blades, cooldown boots. It's a lot more about Q spam, a lot more about poke ability. We'll see what he goes towards next. He might go Lord Dominate's Regards for just pure armor pen, which will work better for Q spam. Infinity Edge is also fine if you do want to have more ricochet damage. EDZ trying to defend this outer turret, can get a knock up here, gets it onto the clone, nothing else. Jumping towards an SQW, here comes the call of Forge God again. SQW using this ultimate to block out and get some damage. Again, really good ult value for this Silas. That Shinzo ultimate getting great value for SQW. That's calm now, sort of. Hang on a second. SQW, he's going to recall, try and teleport back in. What's he got completed? Is he going to have enough time to get himself another ultimate? Teleporting back in with the Rift Maker. YCX spotted out. Good damage onto him. That's just going to be the Nico dead. Is it an Intercon? Oh, God, no. 1 dead. SQW. Not going to be there for the engage. Atakan being pulled over now. It's EDG. I think this is their option. Okay, you're right. You take that 1 dead. Let's see if they can get themselves that Atakan. That could be a huge comeback angle for them. They do sort of need that right now. SQW on the flank. Will have his ult again. Flashing forward. Palkia getting himself a combo onto the Rumble. That's another 1 dead. SQW. What can he do on the flank now? Perhaps not enough. And the Atakan. Why didn't you just let it reset? LGD, they tried to take it while it was low. They should have just let it go over. They have leashed it to the side of EDG. LGD lose the Atakan and lose 2 around that fight. That is a big mistake for them. EDG get a huge objective. The gold value from the XP and the adaptive force you get from the Atakan is a very large prize. LGD lose quite a lot around that Atakan. What is that? What? That is a very loud voice line. Thank you, Wukong. Sorry, I was zoning out again. Just 1 second. I have to reply to a comment somewhere. I have to say, Chinese Rumble is one of my favorite voice. It's kind of distressing to hear the screams, but it is actually very funny. Dragon now spawning in 15 seconds. Would be Soul for LGD. Perhaps they can brush that last loss under the carpet. They were to get this. By the way, Angel has gone for Shadow Flame second. He's not going towards Rylai. He's not going towards Leandri. He wants the burst damage. Particularly that finishing ability is nasty. YCX has flash, has ult. He didn't use either of them around the Atakan because he died, of course. What a good flank angle. See that, hang on a second, SQW gets the call of the Forge God, trying to take that down lower and lower. YCX on a great angle. Equalizer's coming in as well, and YCX finds a 3-man ultimate, which might lead to the team fight win. 2 dead already. Nico's died in response, but I don't think that's really that important. Call of the Forge God, pretty good from EDG though, and Varus gets damage down. He's still alive until just now, and SQW though, double kill. Doesn't get the triple, but he'll be so much of the damage, and he's not taken down. That despite the good call of the Forge God from his EDZ. It's Silas which wins the day. SQW winning the team fight and winning the Infernal Soul for LGD. I don't think ZDZ will live here either. Staying a little over long, he'll go down. LGD 2020 emote thrown up by Savior. But SQW, that's really the savior of that team fight. Dragon will go down. Infernal Soul for EDG. For LGD is EDG now on the ropes. They got a great win around the Atakan, but they can't make it a second one in a row around that important soul fight. This is the fight again. Call of the Forgery God pulled across the fights. Means that Nautilus can't stop anyone from getting into the play. Palkia is immediately removed from the fight. Xiaohao tries to be a temporary frontline, but he misjudges where SQW is going to be. SQW gets straight onto the Varus. SQW, what a fight from this man in the mid lane. His name translates to Little Green Frog. Looks like a big old toad here. Is that a positive thing? We'll call it a positive thing here. Big old roadblock in the backline there. And Savior has gone towards the Armor Pen build third. He's gone towards Lord Dominant's Regard, so he's actually quite pokey here, despite keeping up a crit build. I think EDG might have yeah, might be staring down only their 4th game loss in this split. Lost 2 games against NIP in their series loss to them. Was that last week? Not too long ago. Lost 1 game to TT. This would be only their 2nd game lost to someone not named NIP in this split so far. SQW. We got the Shinzo ult. They haven't finished him out just yet. Uses that just now. Death onto that Nico. Xiaohao doing okay into the backline, but the Infernal Soul is putting up a lot of damage. So close to killing that. Wukong, but not able to do so. And the Equalizer comes back with Fire and Fury as Savior starts to rip Rocket with the Ricochet. Goes down after a triple kill. SQW pops the Spell Shield of Arn. Ends up being, what, a 4 for 2? Arn lives to tell the tale, but he's not exactly got anyone to say it to back home. They're all dead. You have to wait another half a minute until they respawn. LGD. They move towards the Baron. Smiting it early. Teleporting in is Sassy. He'll have enough damage coming through. The Bloodletters and Leandries give him great damage over time, of course. Teleports in. LGD, they will be able to get themselves a 4-man Baron. I don't think they're willing to wait the 20 seconds it would take for Savior to come up. EDG, I think it now comes down to an Elder flip for yourselves. Can you win a fight around the Elder? If not, yeah, you lose. LGD get a pick off in this jungle, and they fight around these choke points. Normally I'd say, no, choke points against Varus, against Ornn, bad thing, but you have the Rumble on the way. And SQW taking the Shinzo ultimate has been so critical for them. Stacks up the Riftmaker. It survived such a long time. Predabolts are out from a lot of damage. Dashing about the place like a madman. Gets taken low, but doesn't die. SQW, massively my MVP of this game. Arrow does take a big shutdown onto Arn, which is nice for him, but he's just not able to safely deal the damage he needs to. 6,000 gold behind our EDG, Infernal Soul. You do have the Atakan. Does give them some extra bonus in terms of the XP. Shut up, Wukong. If EDG just had a little bit more gold, I can't help but feel like these fights would be favored towards them. The early game wasn't good enough. They were not good enough in the lane swap. SQW picking up a ton of kills early. 7, 1, and 12. He's not gone for Rod of Ages. That's Proto Belt instead of for his kind of his HP item, but that's been enough. Now he's himself, you know, the upgraded Merc Treads. He has Zhonya's. Angel's taking Objective Bounty on the other side. Has 1 grub to help him push towers. Objective Bounty secured for EDG. Gives him a little bit of gold back. Just a little bit. YCX forced to flash away. He's dead. That's a dead Nico. Not sure that's a particularly useful stopwatch there. He should have saved that. That's important, because he won't be able to get himself something like a full Zhonya's for the Elder fight. He should have just saved his flash and his ults and his seekers. That's some important tools to use. Perhaps the pressure of the moment getting to him. LGD, you know, a team which is firmly mid-table here in Group Nirvana. Potentially taking a game off of one of our top dogs. ICX, you can't help but feel that's an important set of abilities used. The flash and the Seeker's not going to be available for the next fight. Got caught by a long-range Varus arrow, stopped the recall. I don't think he realized quite how much follow-up was available on the other side. By the way, Savior has 4 items, including an Infinity Edge. So he's now able to be a poke bot and much more of a traditional AD carry. In terms of the DPS ripping through the team. Hang on, using the Protobell to break the spell shield, and he misses the ult. By the way, there are some disconnects with the Sylas and the Ornn hitbox. This is why Knight in last finals around Spring missed a ton of ults on Sylas when he was stealing the Ornn ult. The timing is a little bit strange with the character model. Jumping towards SQW. Knows there's not that much follow-up here. Equalizer into the choke point, trying to force back EDG. Folks, that's a lot used there, actually. They used the Equalizer. Just a minute until that dragon now spawning. Maybe if the Elder fight goes long, you'll be able to get that Equalizer back, especially with level 16 being hit. But these are important cooldowns to be being blown here by LGD. They're using them quite poorly. Dragon now spawning in 10 seconds. This is the most important part of the game for EDG. Can they find themselves a fight? SQW on the flank, level 16. 10-stack Medjais for move speed. Steals the Shinzo ultimate. EDG, they're going to try and capture out one side of the flank, and they indeed do, but the chain stops the dash forward with Xiaohao. Low HP is XQW. Xiaohao even lower. Equalizer's not bad. Cycling goes forward. Xiaohao is dead. No smite on the table now. That's already a huge win for LGD. SQW, can he find any extra damage? YCX finds stuff to engage forwards, and Xavier flashing forwards. Looking to be the doom of EDG. A Boomerang Blade takes down one. It is going to be the full ace for LGD. I don't think they'll even need to get themselves the Elder. They're going to go push up the wave in the bot side. Looking at the death timers from EDG. 30 seconds on Xiaohao. Screw the Elder. Let's take the Nexus. EDG fought themselves into a playable position. But it's not that anymore. 24 stacks on the Dark Seal. LGD blasting through the early game and snowballing through the Sylas to a victory. Savior on the Civet. 10-1 and 10 as well. His KDA is binary. And the answer to this game is pretty binary as well. Did they win the game? Yes. No. It's a yes, all right. LGD taking game 1, and EDG falling apart at the base defense, losing only their 4th individual game in Group Nirvana for Summer 2025. LGD, a solid showing from this Sylas and Civet. That is not a bad result at all if you're an LGD fan. EDG starting slow here. Worries for them. Now backs against the wall for game 2 and game 3. Yes, they've already locked themselves into top 2. Perhaps the pressure is off for them, but that shouldn't be an excuse for them. Welcome back. My name's Nymaera. I'm a professional League of Legends caster, and I cover LPL because, 1, I enjoy it, and 2, well, there's no official broadcast anymore. That used to be my job. That went away, and now I've made something of it myself on my own channel. If you're enjoying it, please like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for spending your time watching LPL here alongside us as well. I need to take a quick break. I'm going to go rest my voice very quickly. We're going to go put on some adverts. We'll go through the highlights, of course, as well. We'll have that all in the background, and we'll play some Uma Musume as well. So you guys keep yourselves entertained for a little bit. Get yourself a drink, and we'll put this on in the background. Wait, we best not be losing. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Nice. I think we're safe here now. McQueen! Nice. Just gonna check something really quick on you. Any of these kids right-handed? This is actually, this thing, by the way, out of post proficiency is actually really good. No. This is pretty good. That's alright. There's a lot of animations. I don't care about that. 3 leagues at the same time. Oh, it was PCS as well, right? Or LCP. I think we always go for. We have. We're gonna have enough speed. We want to make sure that we get. Ooh, 2 on. That's not bad. We really do need to. We do need to get that up actually. We go for the double on this. I need to get this chat into being multi-chat as well, by the way. We do this for friendship. We go for this all the time. Let's go throughout. That's really good. Yeah, honestly, it's one of the biggest problems for co-streamers is that there are way too many good leagues happening at the same time, right? Come on. Will they give us friendship training yet? Power. Who gets MVP? FGW, 100%, yeah. I'm not taking 57%, sorry. Actually, just kind of hoping that we get like an event with what was it? Stamina or wisdom? We're actually gonna go some wisdom. Good. That's okay. Nah. I did spot the World's Reruns channel was up now. I actually might raid over to that at the end of today. They're a cool channel. I like them a lot. Not a huge amount of these are actually very good skills for me. Keeping the lead's okay. Keeping the lead's okay, it's fine. Okay, well, do this one. What's the they do? Wait, do they do a rerun of All Star? I didn't even realize that was cool. Honestly, that kind of league history is really cool though. Matt, we should do a co-stream of that at some point. The problem is they get so many views anyway. I don't want to take that views because it's their shit, right? Okay, I'm gonna go get myself my coffee.
OPPO Find X8 系列夜景人像神器，夜拍超清晰人像 MVP。
TCL X61H 01 QD Mini LED 电视，纯净画质，细节尽显，细腻光影，丰富迷人细节，典藏级影像体验。TCL 皇冠战马，更受中国电竞用户喜欢的能量饮料，更受年轻人喜欢的中国能量饮料。
别激动，McQueen。
当然有我，有能量，当然战马。
我可不会吃掉你鱼，我们可是闺蜜。多么醉人的夜晚，你说是？活力焕发。
Oh, did we just win by distance? We did. Holy crap, let's go. Nice. Honku is insane. This kid is going to give me a heart attack. Honku is literally like the next coming. He is the next player in the caliber of like Knight or someone like that, right? He's just an insane, aggressive kill player who just understands his damage numbers really, really well. I actually hope he stays in LCP because they need a player like him. In fact, they need multiple players like him to actually like build their region. You need ambassadors for your region like that. I actually think I kind of want to risk this. Oh fuck it, it's 18%. It's not too bad. Yeah, and then we get the friendship train. We've been putting that off for way too long. Not that I like head training guts, but I just really need that friendship training guts. So now we have the chance of triple friendship training on that. I kind of want to wait for this. Rumpa, again, none of these skills are that great. Anything else I actually want from this list? No, not really. I mean, this might be okay. Okay, whatever. We should be fine. much stamina have I got? 469. Do I have any extra? I don't have any. It's on Kyoto turf. Okay, because it's on Kyoto, we should be okay for stamina, I think. Maybe.
对自己表现就是保持好现在的状态吧。最深刻的比赛就是上场打 NIP， 就是我们被他们打赢了嘛，然后就想着以后有机会重新再打回来。下场比赛对战老干爹，就是我们做好我们自己该做的，然后减少一点失误，然后稍微针对一下他们中野选手吧，因为他们的节奏发动机好像是中野。还有最后2场比赛就尽量都赢下来，然后以小组第1出现吧，然后准备好奇迹之路。 就能拿下。
就 EDG 在涅槃组的表现是非常好的嘛，他们最大特点就是他们的整个团队的协同特别好。然后我们面对他们的话，我们也要把我们自己的节奏跟我们该滚的节奏打出来。就下个版本可能还会跟这些比较多的还是一些节奏英雄吧，然后也会在一些对局是可以登场的。 进行球之路还是非常开心的吧，然后后续就希望自己能够一些决策的判断能够更加的好一些，能给队友一个好的方向吧。
I should really let these races play out in regular speed more. I say that this is actually a very long race. So. Oh wow, we are, yeah, okay, we're running the show. This might actually be by, this might also be by distance, actually. Honky needs his revenge on Vladdy? Well, I mean, Honky's playing great, and I think Vladdy's struggling right now. There's a chance, right? Decent chance, even. Damn, this is not close. You get out of here, right, Shah. Almost by distance, actually. Hydrate is normally pretty good. I'm just not running as a pace chaser is the thing. Guts or speed? Got speed on this one, I guess. I die after rest. You know what I might do? I might actually go Japan Cup and go into Ori McKinnon anyway. Oh, that's a lot of training this though if I do that. Anyway, let's get into game, shall we? It's gonna be one brief second. I'll be with you. Into draft we go. And I have an ice cream. Trundle Band was suspiciously not present in the last draft. IG 2-0, yep, IG blasted FPX early. It was not close. Let's move into this draft then, shall we? What are the power picks we're expecting to see? Well, there's no Rumble, there's no Gwen, Varus has already been picked, Talia's already been picked. A lot of our regulars are sort of out now, actually. Sion with no Trundle on the table becomes very powerful, and there's no Ornn to match tank for tank. You can go Yorick. You can go Ambessa. Not really win the lane, but look to dive past him later. Go something like Ambessa Kai'Sa. Sassy really likes the Ambessa too. It's often been an okay combo into it. Who won game 1? LGD did. EDG suffering only their 4th individual game loss this entire split in game 1. They lost 2 to NIP in a lost series the other day. Yeah, EDG really got blasted at early game. Their lane swaps were not that good, actually. Ambessa Galio. We've seen that occasionally. More towards when Ambessa was first released. Less so now. Gets locked in. Now, what does this give options to Angel in mid lane? You can go Annie. You can take away the Kai'Sa, because LGD would really like to have a Kai'Sa to follow up on what they're doing. You might have to leave them playing with something like, God, what would they play with it instead? Jhin, I suppose. Use your long range follow-up rather than throwing your body into the play. So EDG thinking about their own front line now. I like that. There's no Silas to get the most out of that lane now. And what you can do is you can ban away a couple of bot lane champions that can give you issue. You know, there's no Nico for poke. There's no Varus in terms of very strong laning phase as well. If you lock in the Vi, your top side is solid, yes, and you'll be able to reach that back line. But what have you given up in terms of your bot lane? LGD can ban away... I guess some mid lane is into... maybe ban away Victor. You want to ban away stuff which can survive the dives sometimes, I think. You might want to ban away Victor, which doesn't always survive the dive, but it's quite tanky and can sometimes take quite a long time to die. They ban away the Poppy. They do have triple dash champions. That does make sense. Angel, I think, is very happy at this point in the draft, though. You can potentially counterpick... well, he can counterpick on his lane. I think you're happy with Annie. I think you're happy with Victor. I think you'd be okay with something like an Orianna as well if you really needed it. Aurora also available too. That'd be completely fine. Braum banned away from LGD. Just trying to get themselves the easier laning phase, right? They could ban away Rel, I suppose, last pick, which is another kind of like harsh engaged champion, which works quite well with the composition. The Braum was more for laning phase. I think the Rel is more compositionally. Could also... wait, what could they ban in terms of AD carries? They could still ban away an AD carry or two here too. Ban away Xayah, maybe, I suppose. Not the best for their pick, but quite good against the Sion. Quite good against the yeah, quite good against the Alistar too. Ban away the Rakan instead. Oh, that'll be a bit different. No one plays Kalista that well in LPL besides top esports right now. They play the Kalista Renata. Alright, Saviour goes towards it. It's a risk. Very hard to pull off. You need to have early game Drake stacking. Get yourself a strategic advantage, not just a gold one. You do need that too. Now, what do we look at for Angel here? Again, I think something like a Victor would go really well with their comp. Aurora also not bad. Slightly more self-sufficient. They do go towards that. Last pick for Xiaohao jungle. Now, you could go for something like the Skarner. Could go... well, Jarvan feels a bit meh. Yeah, decent. Yeah, I think Skarner's fine. I think Skarner's fine. You're pretty tanky. You can't really be the one first picked off that well. Xiaohao is a very good Lee Sim. They'll go towards the Skarner. Get themselves a triple tank front line. YCX, what's the play? I haven't seen a Kalista Thresh in a while. It used to be a lot of the... that used to be a big... I thought that had been locked. They flick it over towards that Renata. No surprise there. Kalista Renata helping overlay CC. Now, if LGD land their first engage and EDG pile up into Renata ult, that is a lost team fight. However, it's quite hard to catch these carries. Aurora, survivable. Kai'Sa, survivable. LGD playing a very aggressive combo. If Via Ambassa finds their target, Galio flies in over the head, the other one casts their ult as well. Well, should be fireworks. And that's what I'm here for, folks. Should be enjoyable. Love me some enjoyable League of Legends. Coaches should fist bump now. We'll get ourselves onto the map. Morning, Missouri. I know this has nothing to do with LPL, but who do you think will win the second match of DRX DK? I'm not as locked in on LPL, on LCK right now, so I can't tell you guys much about that. Let's say this Jai's first. But from everything I know, DRX are not a good team, sadly. But DK are just, they are tragedy incarnate. You know? LCK has been very strange this split. We have had like the top 3 teams dunking on everyone else, but DK particularly have been. They are just tragic. I love DK, and I thought that they started this year so well, but they are just tragedy in the making. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, you might be a DK fan, and they're clearly one of the best teams within the Rise group or whatever it's called. But it's a painful experience being a fan of Damwon right now. Oh, you're a DRX fan. Oh yeah, yeah, sorry. Not much else to say about that. Not much else to say about that. Let's get into our game now. EDG LGD. Finishing my ice cream in the background. Affectionately knows the Fries group to have. Good loyalty program there from YCX actually. Oof, nasty. I think we have a slight audio desync, so we're gonna have to go fix that again, folks. Sorry, it's happening quite a lot today. Not sure why. Okay, let's get ourselves back into this then. No panicking available. No panicking here. Ooh, good shotgun in the mid lane there. Double combo from Palkia. What are the big things we're looking out for in this game? Ooh, Jesus! Angel's destroying this mid lane matchup. Does have one last pick. Hang on a second, he could die here. It's level 3 though. Angel. Threatening that passive. Jeez. Angel landing pretty much every skill on point besides that last one we saw on screen. Blocking the cannon kill. Nice. Undenied a cannon. Arn last year was so damn good. What has happened to him? I thought he was genuinely on my MVP shortlist for last year. That's how important he was on a lower tier Invictus Gaming team. I was with Vampire struggling quite a lot. Like teleport coming in from Sion, lane swap active. Palkia holding the wave. Xiaohao holding the wave on the other side. EDG holding waves across the map, actually. Now, this somewhat happened last game, where EDG committed to a lane swap. I think they got better initial wave positioning, and then they kind of threw it a little bit after that point. This is the kind of thing you want to... By the way, if you want to learn about, like, macro right now, this is one of the most important parts of the game to learn about. Because most games will have a lane swap in them. Pretty much every top team in the world will have lane swaps in them. And they will just get passive advantages because they are at the wave at the time they need to be to collect farm. They'll push out when they need to. They can punish the enemy team if they turn up a little bit too early or a little bit too late. Or a little bit too late, rather. Not too early is a little bit different on that one. Not really the case. But if they turn up too late to a wave, you can punish them. Sometimes get flashes, get chunks, stop them from farming. And it's quite hard to recover some of those XP and gold leads, actually. Occasionally you will see some teams just stick in standard lanes because they know they're brutalizing and they just want a fist fight. But I think most top teams in the world will always swap if they can. On Palkia will get a decent shove in there. SQW taking a good chunk out of Angel for once. 10 CS down though as XQW despite his MVP last game. This could be a 3-game series, you know, folks. EDG are not an easy team to take down in Group Nevada. I'm landing a W just to run down the river. Taunt just hitting onto Angel as he steps for an extra auto attack. His best moment there, actually. Dragon started but not finished. LGD would really like an early Dragon. They would really like that. Level 6 to level 5. Sassy not fully pulling the full all-in. Anyone have any favorite memories of EDG or LGD? Reminder, folks, that these are two championship-winning LPL rosters in the past. EDG have won it great many times. How many times have EDG won it? You know what? I can go check. I can go check what we think. This is what Leaguepedia is good for. Teams that are players by LPL Titans. Where are you? Records, most championships. EDG 6 times. 6 times they have won the LPL. It's a hell of a lot of times, basically. Lots of pings around the map, fighting around top scuttle. Xiaohao would really like this, not able to get it. It's quite important that Dragon was pulled off of earlier. If EDG could have got that, it would have given them an extra kind of safety net versus LGD. Because you can avoid a couple of Dragons versus the Callista. If you get one. That one EDG team with Name has been one of my favorite teams of all time for a while. Oh man. I'm so sad that Name never really turned up to 2014 Worlds. Because he was so ahead of his time as an AD carry then. His ability to find a pocket of space in a team fight was pretty unrivaled at that point. But Worlds was not his time. Worlds was not great for him in 2014. And then Name retired, came back because he needed money, because he, yep. Because of reasons. Yep. Do people remember why Name came back, by the way? Basically, he had too many girlfriends. He needed money, basically. So the legend goes. Oh, God. So the legend goes. EDG, one of the most dominant teams in the early eras of LPL because of Name, actually. Very macro-heavy team for back then. And then in Season 5, they picked up Pawn, who left from the Worlds-winning Samsung white roster. Sassy's roaming up towards this. CDC uses ult. He's not teleporting in. And they get on to the Kai'Sa. Cleanse, Flash. LGD pull out the big combo and doesn't really land that much. Rubs are resetting. That's a problem from LGD, actually. A lot of their ults are now down. It's kind of on Sassy, I suppose. Perhaps a big enough ultimate from the support. Palkia is not going that much value, though. Massive impale into the Aurora ultimate. The impale is not going to be enough. 2 down for the side of LGD. Just the one on EDG. They've lost their support. That's not the biggest person to lose either. Savior doesn't have that much mana. Sassy trying to clean up the fight. Will clean up on. Savior has a lot of stacks starting to come up from that Rend now. Trying to get just enough done. Wall stun and can't pull them out. The damage onto the Skarner just doesn't mean enough. Sassy Sassy gets another one. What a heroic team fight he's had. But will it be enough to escape? Angel has a red buff, no mana, but I don't think he'll need it. The slow and the passive will be enough. Loosely, I think it's a win for EDG, but it is a mess for them. LGD losing. Oh god, how many kills was it? Was that all of our kills actually? 4 for 3? A bloodbath, all in all. Skarner impaling everyone into the full combo from Aurora. Flash combo from Palkia. It's okay, but it does leave his AD carry out to dry a little bit. They don't get the full combo through. On gets the flash out of the Galliwalt, and that's a lot of their big engage gone. Sion doesn't have his ultimate, thankfully, for LGD. That would have made things much more difficult for them. See that Sassy basically gets to stick around onto Arn, but Impale, Aurora ultimate, kind of goes wild here. I really like how Angel splits himself away from the team then. Gets red buff ticking onto multiple people. Quite valuable to get that, actually. Angel and Xiaohao getting huge value. And Savior just not quite able to get the kill through. Can't get the rend out before he gets wall stunned. Driven into the wall. Flash forward died. Sassy so nearly cleaning things up. Now LGD are going to go towards the dragon now. It's a little bit of a later dragon, but it's important. Kalista getting dragons gives them a win condition. One of the reasons why I think a lot of players don't play the Kalista anymore, a lot of teams don't play Kalista anymore, is because they find it really difficult to take early dragons into, well, get the early dragons and make them into a win condition. Farmlon comes through again. Sion ultimate is one of the coolest sounds in the game. Feiglinger! Yep, that's German Sion. Cowards! Feiglinger! Sassy, 3 kills. He's really trying his best, isn't he? And perhaps if the Ambassador gets really fed and can start consistently killing the carries, that's LGD's win condition. Might be their win condition. God, if LGD get a 2-0 over EDG, changes a lot of expectations in this group. We were wondering for a while if EDG would go undefeated. They went 10-0 in games. And they lost to TT in a single game, then lost to NIP in a series not too long after that. 3 kills to Angel on the other side, though. Some kind of caster curse. What are we? Some kind of suicide squad? Sassy. Pressing the S key in front of the bush there. ZDZ very happily taking the free chunk. It happens sometimes. What are we? Some kind of suicide squad? That was fantastic. Say that again. Oh, what a bad movie that was. The memes from it were pretty peak, but God, it was really quite bad. Say the memes. That's like the one meme that's good from it. I hear the new Fantastic Four movie isn't bad, it's just not selling very well because people are tired of MCU. What the hell, since when does Twitch region lock full HD video quality? Basically, it locks 1440p, which I stream in because I want to be the best quality LPL stream out there, because everyone else streams in 1080. But yeah, for some reason, like if you do want to watch in like full HD in 1440, you can go watch on YouTube as well. It's really stupid though, I agree. I think it's, you know, locking 1440p from a bunch of the world is really annoying. Herald in 2 minutes. 3 grubs for EDG. They get to cross-map more effectively if they want to. That could be a problem for LGD, actually. With 3 grubs, if LGD want to go towards later dragons, perhaps Aurora goes kill someone on the side lane and they start trading for 1.5 towers for a dragon. Like worst case scenario for LGD. Like worst case, I guess it's 2, but I think reasonably taking a tower and chunking out the inner turret in the time it takes to get for a dragon to die. That's the worry, isn't it? Typically with the Kalista, and particularly when you've got, you know, Kalista, Renata, Vi Galio flying into a fight too, you're playing around these very bursty aggressive combos which come online early in the game. I wouldn't say Vi Galio, I wouldn't say it scales poorly, but I don't think it's inherently a scaling comp, right? Particularly when you're against stuff like Skarner, Sion, and Alistar. I think that it's quite easy for you to get separated from the rest of your follow-ups, that combo.
3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, and also the other thing about Twitch is that it doesn't let you stream in 1080 and 1440 at the same time, probably because they just want to save on data. So I stream in 1440 instead of 1080, which I understand it is a negative for some people. I am really upset about that. However, it does allow us to have 1440, which is something which no one else is doing. Are they playing on the patch with AP Callista? I believe so. Yes, we do have the, what is it, 20% AP ratio on Rend, which applies when you really have the, what's it call it, the Rage Blade. It basically means that once you get through to your mid-levels of the game and you have Rage Blade, it's quite valuable at that point. Potential fight coming through. Savior. Oh, Palkia trying to flash predict. Savior might still go down. Low HP has the bailout running. All coming through. Ulted under the tower. And Besser over the top. Can live? No, he can't. Can't even pull the ultimate. He dies quickly. Palkia, despite a strong combo, cannot kill off Savior. He might die now, though. No bailout for him this time. And it's currently a 1-4-2 as the cow goes down. SQW flashing out. EDG lose their bot lane, but take Savior on the other side. Angel still alive. Sassy out of gas, really. Doesn't have his ultimate. I wonder whether LGD can even go towards the dragon. I think, actually, EDG should be contesting for this still. I guess. No, on Xiaohao, too low HP. LGD walk away with their second dragon after a fight in the mid lane. Leaves them with slightly better HP bars and the extra member alive. I'll say, I don't think scaling matters if the combo works out and blows up one carry at the start, for sure. Which is why Palkia blowing his combo like this, it's actually a little bit of a mistake. Palkia was looking for the flash predict. Doesn't quite get it. So it flashes outwards, but it does look really cool. You know, if Palkia could CC Ambessa so she could follow and couldn't, couldn't follow up there, I think it's a very different fight, right? The cow thought too much? Yeah. A little bit. But sometimes the thinking makes you make really, really good plays. 4-0-1 now is this Aurora. 9 stacks on the Dark Seal. XQW missed the cannon. Yeah, I mean, he did still hit the cannon combo, didn't he, Palkia? It was actually a pretty good flash, because if Savior doesn't flash, as he did, still hits the knocker. Now, if he doesn't, well, you know, they'll hit him on the other side of the flash, most likely. It was a good prediction, yeah. And I have to say, I've really been enjoying watching Palkia. This guy has been really fun to watch. I think he's been a little bit off in the last couple of series, where he's been punished quite badly in EDG's lost games versus NIP, and then versus the first game here as well. Herald's now started. LGD, can they land the big combo again? There's no Galio ultimate, which makes it much harder to follow up like that, but Vi into Ambessa will do just as fine. Does not have himself flashed this time. Handshake lands. Climber goes forward. That's not a bad Aurora ultimate. That's not even better, honestly, on the Renata. One goes down already. Aurora's dead. The Impale is good, but where is the extra damage? It all has to be on Arn, and I just don't think he has the damage just yet. The Aurora going down so easily has led EDG into the abyss. The Herald to escape is sadly going to, you know, it's going to save Xiaohao's life, but it's not going to get them a tower. The Herald secured, but used for very little. EDG losing a huge amount of fights. 3 for none around that Herald. We're now in position where LGD, you know, 1,000 gold ahead, taking the mid lane out of turret, even with no grubs. They have more than enough time to take that. LGD, significant advantage now. 6 kills for Sassy. This Ambessa is ready to completely dismantle EDG's comp. Handshake landed. Angel, he tried to, I mean, he got blasted. 4-man ultimate's not bad, but he just gets ulted down. I think that's really good decision-making coming through from Climber to say, look, the primary target is not actually the Kalista. They're not actually the Kai'Sa. Go towards the Aurora. They're the one with the 4 kills. Go towards them instead. I didn't quite realize what happened to Angel in that fight, actually. I missed a lot of the details of it. He was trying to make sure he could ult his way to safety. Sometimes if you get hit by something like the Vi ultimate, you can get pushed back into the Aurora ultimate and get out to safety sometimes. Good aggressive combo from LGD. I was wondering whether, again, it would run out of steam. 2 items on Sassy already. Jeez. That Ambessa is going to be very, very hard to deal with. EDG need to immediately CC that guy. But then again, kind of need to immediately CC someone like Savior as well. It's not like he's... Yeah, it's not like he's weak.
这就是你的灵魂。
I'm also hoping EDG scales and turns this into a fun game. Main reason I love Scion. It's true, Scion is very good at kind of taking you to the promised late game, despite being at a gold disadvantage. Scion is still Scion at the end of the day. If he gets enough value from his passive, he's a tank. He's still a tank. I've seen Scions be down 5,000 gold and still be the more useful champion in some cases. Quite hard to outvalue a 6-kill Ambassador though, with a 2,000 gold lead at this point. Angel lost a lot of his Dark Seal stacks, of course, in the last play. That will not help him. Atacon spawned. Perhaps an Intercon angle? EDG played the Atacon better than LGD that last game. All in the bot lane. Good to see that SQW can still get side lane push. Not always the case when you start falling back. Once Vi has Black Cleaver, she'll start shredding so much armor. Well, she do be having it. And then if Vi goes into Ambessa, and the Vi shreds the armor for the Ambessa, well, that's a recipe for not great things. Dragon has spawned. LGD would love to get themselves onto Hextech Soul Point. Hextech Soul, very much one of the strongest in the game. The AoE Chain Lightning stun is slow rather is really nasty. Teleport into this fight. EDG, I think they know that they can't give this up. Taking out the dragon pretty quickly. Climber's on a good flank. LGD, you should really be contesting for this heavier. It's going towards potentially a smite fight. And it goes to the side of the Skarner. However, that is a magnificent ult into the backline. The Renata doing work, and the Ambessa doing more. Can they clean up the kills, though? No one on EDG has died just yet. Can they finish up anyone? Yes, they can. Arn goes down. A second one goes with it. There's no Baron to take if they do, but they do end up getting themselves enough kills to go towards potentially the Atacon on the other side of the map to go down. LGD can stop for the bot lane out turret. Losing the dragon is a big loss for the Kalista team. No early soul for them, but they do get a good bounty for it. You get a couple of kills, that'll be EDG's price. Teleport back in now. Aurora coming back in. Xiaohao. Does he have the Impale? No, he might just die. I mean, Sassy is so strong. Another kill comes in, and yes, Angel's teleported in, but what can he do now? He's gonna have to wait until there's a recall coming through. He knows he can't hop that wall. If he goes into both solo lanes, he'll die. Kalista on top side, they'll be able to get themselves a huge petal advantage with the Atacon. Already got themselves good XP leads before this in mid lane and in top lane. Look at the Atacon now. LGD, how many feathers, not feathers, how many petals are they going to get total? A bunch of them. 26, 30 rather. 20 soul advantage. Climber tried to get in for the smite, couldn't really. But then the ults start coming back in. ZDZ ults backwards to try and buy some space and time, but they just can't do any damage on the retreat. This is the problem. Normally when you retreat like this, you also need to be doing decent damage, and they just can't. Arn has not been putting out enough damage on this Kai'Sa. Not able to really turn the tables of these fights. Turn the tides of these fights, rather. 3 Grogs will mean that EDG can get themselves to bot lane out of turret fairly effectively, I think. No, they can't. I thought another auto or two and that would have been done. Not to be the case. Xavier has a second item, by the way. A little stronger on 2 items is Kalista now than she was before because of the AP ratio on her rend, meaning that once you get 2 items, the Rage Blade actually does give you some extra damage onto your rend stacks, which is not insignificant, especially when you start stacking up so quickly. Hang on, stopping a recall from Palkia. Ah, that's a problem. Alcove Gaming has worked out very ineffectively for that cow. Yeah. They find the stake in the discount aisle. LGD walking up on bot side. You make more mistakes like that, you lose vision control. Because, of course, losing your support means you lose your warder and your D-warder. They come around, hang on, Impale onto the bottom of that turret. YCX, not really your first target you want. Does get the ultimate under the turret. Wow, that's an Ed Kai'Sa. Galio's coming down into the bot side. Sassy, does he die? No, not quite. Here comes the sign. He might be able to finish him off here, but no, not quite as well. Flashing forward, Sassy gets himself the heal. He gets himself the shield. There's so much survivability. Get absolutely season 2025. Sassy blasting his way through with the healing and will live somehow, some way. Savior pulls another target full of spears, pulls them down into the grave. LGD clean up on the bot side of the map. EDG do not know what hit them. A 7-1 team only losing 3 individual games. As Climber will miss the queue. LGD might hand them 2 extra losses on the same day. The cow will be left alive, but I don't think LGD care that too much about it. Impale almost a double, the ultimate missing from Sassy, but it doesn't matter. Quick kill onto the Renato. You can see that the Callista just gets the free fire. So much damage from the Callista. So much. And then the amount of Omnivamp, the amount of shielding coming in from the Ambassador, that's just disgusting. Quite on the top side. Well, I mean, it is a Galio versus the Scion. This is not the quickest kill available, but I don't think he has enough to escape with, though. They'll delay long enough. Callista will turn up, and that is a dead Scion. Now, that is a problem, because now you've lost your tank frontliner when Baron is spawned. Can you fight without your Scion? I don't think so. Flash ultimate available from Vi. They can stack up the Rend onto the Baron. EDG, they're trying to cross-map 50 seconds to kill the Dragon. I suppose that means that LGD will be behind in vision control towards that objective. EDG hoping that maybe they can take the Dragon, delay the game a little bit. Realistically, how much can they delay, though? Tower taken in bot side. Finally managed to take that bot lane out of turret. 30 seconds until Dragon comes up, and EDG, they need to back off because, while yes, they have a little bit more vision control on this side of the map, the ultimates are still available from LGD. They didn't use them to kill the Scion. Some recalls coming through from LGD. Getting some extra wards for YCX, refreshing on the regular wards, getting some control wards as well. 10 seconds until Dragon comes up. It wouldn't be Soul for LGD. EDG don't have to fight this, and I'd imagine they won't, actually. Terminus built up for Savior. Oh, God. That's when things get rough. Regrubs. I think this should still be a dead turret. Should be. Aurora should be able to ignore the Galio a little bit now. Skarner coming up towards top side. That'll be taken. There's the Impale. Ooh, flash away. I don't know if you do it with the E instead. Didn't trust in it. Dragon taken. The Dragon for tower. Flash taken on top side. EDG is garbage. I mean, no. They are still 7-1. They've already qualified for the next stage. There is every chance that EDG have been taking it easy a bit in practice. Still a little disheartening to see them like this, though. LGD. Whoa, quad knockup. Here comes the Scion. Galio coming in to defend, though. They might have just kept themselves into the death chamber. Vi and Bessa dead. Kaiser. LGD take the enemy engage and make it their own. You're not engaging onto us. We're engaging onto you. Mid lane inhibitor falls quick as you like. LGD quick slap back. I thought this might be a 2-0 to EDG given the standings, but not the case. LGD looking potentially to close out the series here and now. They have the Baron buff. There's no Kaiser. It is all on the Aurora to get some damage done. And I don't know if they've got what it takes to do that. One turret falls. Flash forwards. Xiao Hao damage coming down. Aurora damaged as well. And the Aurora ultimate does jack all. LGD with a surprise 2-0 upset against the 7-1 EDG will bring them down to earth. Nirvana gets scrappy. EDG, with only 3 individual losses before this game, take another 2 today. Move to 7-2. Clean, aggressive combo from LGD. Unexpected. Nirvana strikes again. This group is, yeah, it's a nasty one. LGD moved to 5-4, EDG to 7-2. NIP now the only one-lost team in Group Nirvana. They've only lost to EDG the first round robin, beat them in the second one. And that'll be our games for today, folks. 4 games, fairly quick, all things said and done. Appreciate you all hanging out with me today on this wonderful day of LPL. If you have enjoyed what you're watching here, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. We're not an official stream because there are no official streams now for the LPL. If you'd like to support us, please do all of the above and potentially even subscribe to the likes of League Mastery, which we will be eventually, Sam and I, providing a caster course for. We'll do that soon enough. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to leave the stream now. I'm going to go rest my voice, make sure that I'm doing fine in that department. But thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.